Welcome to the Huntsville Hornets High School Football Pregame Show. Sponsored by Charlie's Used Cars. We're just moments away from kickoff. But first, here's Carlos.
And a pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you back here to Huntsville ISD Stadium. It's the Hive as we are ready to go for this one tonight. Welcome to the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Good to be back with you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. With me, the former Hornet quarterback in Brian Adams, BA. It is a pleasure to be with you here, my friend, as always, as we get ready for what will be, we anticipate to be an exciting ball game here tonight for the Huntsville Hornets as they look to try and knock off Lake Creek. Both teams come in, BA, 3-4, 2-2 in district play. Should make for an exciting contest.
Yeah, hey, Carlos, happy Friday evening to you, and I'm glad you're back. We missed you. Yeah, tonight's a big game, man. Both teams are almost identical. Obviously, the records are identical, but these two teams are a lot alike in the way they play offense and the way they play defense, and I think tonight the Hornets got to come out and bring their A game for sure.
Absolutely. Hornets come off, BA, of a huge 42-41 win last week over the Dayton Broncos. Played a really tried and true ball game against Dayton. Had to come back down 14 at the half and then be able to have that back and forth fourth quarter that they did and come out on top was huge. You had the call last week with Colin. I was watching from home. Just what could you more say about that ball game last week and what a testament was to this Hornet grit and everything that went into that win last week against Dayton?
Well, you know, Carlos, we talk about it a lot, tale of two halves, right? And that game last week against Dayton was certainly a tale of two halves. Dayton had Hornets numbered the first half. There wasn't a whole lot the Hornets could do. But the second half, there was a switch that went off on these young Hornets. And I tell you, and I've told multiple people, the second half was probably one of the most exciting halves of high school football I've seen in a couple of years. I think what happened is these guys finally just said, you know what, we're going to go play football, we're going to go have fun, and we're going to win. And that's exactly what they did.
Absolutely, that's what they did. 42-41 over Dayton. And that has set up the Hornets up on a big path, which we'll talk about throughout the broadcast tonight in terms of the postseason. Brian, another big thing. It is senior night here at the Hive. Always one of our favorite nights of the year to celebrate the great seniors, not just on the Hornet football team, but also the athletic trainers, the band, the GGs, the cheerleaders, everything that goes into Friday nights for these students, because at the end of the day, it's like the saying we've said all year long. Everything matters, and it takes an army to make these nights happen. So we're celebrating all the seniors here tonight at Huntsville ISD Stadium.
Yeah, you know what? It is senior night, no doubt about it, and it's a special night. You know, these seniors are going to look back at their career here at Huntsville and at the winning legacy they're going to leave behind, you know, but they've got more games to play. Tonight is a special night, but you know what I really do like about, you know, Coach Mavis is he's all-inclusive. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're the cheerleader, if you're a Grenadier Guard, whomever. They are a part of this, you know, and that is so important for all of us Hornets.
Absolutely it is, but pivoting back to the ball game that we have on hand tonight, a couple of things of note that we'll talk about through the broadcast. This senior class for the Huntsville Hornets up against the Lake Creek team tonight, both teams coming in with identical records. This senior class for the Huntsville Hornets has never beaten the Lake Creek Lions. The last win for the program was in 2022 against Lake Creek. And that was the last time also the Hornets were able to host Lake Creek at home, mind you. Last 2 years have been on the road between realignments and stuff like that and how the scheduling all panned out. So it's been a while since Huntsville has been able to bring Lake Creek into their hostile territory. Obviously, these guys want to send the seniors out on a high note, and a win that could even set the path off on bigger playoff implications. This game's huge.
This game is huge. And, before I got here to the stadium, I was looking at the rankings and see we were there at fourth place. The top four go to the playoffs, but you don't want to go in at fourth. You want to go in at a higher seed if you possibly can. Obviously, first place is where you'd like to come in at. It's not going to happen for the Hornets, but they still can get in. This is an important game for both teams. You know, home field advantage, there is something to that. You know what? And both teams are going to have to play a clean game tonight. Lake Creek being away, you know, they're not going to typically get the home calls as you never do when you're playing away. But the Hornets have to play a clean game as well.
Absolutely they do. And Todd Mabus talked with me and Colton Foster earlier this week from Huntsville Item to give you guys a bit more of insight to this matchup from the coach's perspective, as it's now time to dive into our Hornet Insider on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. So we'll step aside and take a break. Hornet Insider is coming up next here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, live from Huntsville.
Tim Rushing here with Charlie's Used Cars. Fall is upon us, and with that comes cooler weather and great deals on quality pre-owned vehicles. Charlie's Used Cars has a great selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, and even have a few golf carts. We are a family-owned business serving the vehicle needs of this community since 1973. Come by 230 I-45 South in Huntsville and see why we have been voted best in Huntsville numerous times as the best place to purchase a pre-owned vehicle. And don't forget, we also have a service center if your current vehicle needs service, maintenance, or repairs. Charlie's Used Cars and Service Center, 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. Come see us.
Time for the Hornet Insider with head coach Todd Mabus. Brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars.
Just another big one coming up Wednesday. Lake Creek's coming to town. Just kind of what do you want to see after a 42-41 win over Dayton?
I mean, I think I've said it each and every week. It's not going to be any different. It's just consistency, you know. I mean, we've got to execute more consistently across the board and, you know, just continue to play the game of football better. So sometimes we look great playing the game of football and sometimes it's a head scratcher. And so, you know, I mean, to be able to be a championship team and play at a championship level, you've got to be consistent, play in and play out. So, you know, just, again, more consistency.
You know, a back and forth game like it was against Dayton, sometimes you'll see that down the line, especially into the postseason. Just how big was it for your guys to be able to carry a lot of confidence out of that ball game and now leading into this week against Lake Creek?
I think it was huge. I mean, it was, you know, I don't want to think that we were straddling the fence, but that was probably the reality of it. You know, I mean, had lost 2 in a row and certainly went out and played really well the first half against PNG, and you know, they kind of took it to us the second half, and then really the whole game against Montgomery. I mean, first quarter was good, last 3 were not, and then now, you know, I mean, there was every reason for us to, you know, our players and stuff to say, okay, here we go again, you know, and we didn't. I mean, again, we had 4 starters out, you know, I mean, some really significant players, and I mean, it was all the recipe to sit there and say, well, this is just, it is what it is, but it wasn't, you know. I mean, our guys kept fighting and clawing, certainly had you know, got the onside kick that they attempted at the start of the second half, went down and scored, you know, and then, you know, I mean, it was kind of back and forth. I think the really difference maker in my mind that I hope, you know, our football team reflects back to is, you know, on Saturday, I paused the video because our defense on that goal line stand was right in front of our end zone camera, and literally the ball was 3 inches away from the goal line. I mean, 3 inches. And so, you know, they had a bad snap, and, you know, we overcame that, and that was really kind of a spark that I think gave our guys a bunch of life. And, you know, I hope that we reflect back that moment and how it's changed us moving forward.
One of the things I asked Zay after the game was kind of what can a win like that do for the team? And he talks about, like, it kind of gives the team its confidence back. Have you seen any of that in these last couple of days of practice?
I mean, I want to say yes. I mean, here's the thing is that, like, I mean, our guys got confidence. Like, that's not confidence in themselves, you know. I mean, we're not lacking in that department. Situational confidence is different now, you know. I mean, and I hope that being in the position that we were at half and being able to overcome that with some blunders that we had, you know, gave our guys the situational confidence in a Friday night football game to, you know, if we get in that position again, okay, hey, we've been here, we've done that, let's go do it again, you know. you can never create that. I mean, you just can't. You can't create that in practice. You can't create that in spring ball. You have to literally go through it and you have to earn it. You know, I mean, I've said it all throughout my coaching career. I mean, I can't give anybody confidence. I mean, I can't. You know, I can't reach into my pocket or look in the drawer and find a box of confidence and say, here you go, you know, take this or whatever else. I mean, if you have true, genuine, undeniable confidence, it's because you've earned it, whether it's through your own training and everything else and practice. And then when you get in game type situations, like you've been there and done that before, and you have the poise and confidence that, you know, we can be able to overcome whatever situation that we're in. So, you know, I mean, I can't, nobody can give anybody confidence, you know. I mean, it's something that is an earned trait and has to be earned by an individual or has to be earned by a team by being able to overcome situations. So hopefully the confidence that you're describing was earned last Friday at Dayton, and we've got to hold on to that and move forward with it.
Looking ahead now to Lake Creek, a team that shares a lot of similarities with you, a good quarterback, running back tandem, and then similar defense they run as well. Just some things that stand out about them that could be challenging in this ball game and here at home. Yeah,
I mean, first off is they challenge you in the special teams. You know, I mean, if their first score, I mean, they're going to go for two. You know, they run every swinging gate in the book. I mean, we have them all drawn up, and every one of them is different. So at whatever point in time, hopefully they don't. But you know what? If they happen to get in the end zone, they're literally going to show us something that we've never seen before. And, you know, I mean, like, our job as coaches is to prepare. Like, what do we prepare them for when it's something that they've never seen, you know? So, you know, we've got to have some rules and stuff and go and play that chess match part of the game. I mean, they do that to put pressure on another football team, you know. And the other side of it, I mean, I think they kicked 18 onside kicks on their kickoff. I mean, they have 3 kickers out there, and they do like a little whirly bird. All of them attack the football, and they got guys kind of moving around. It's all legal. They do a great job with it, and all 3 kickers can put the ball wherever they want to, you know, and so it puts a lot of pressure on you know, a team. So I mean, we had 2 of them that were kicked. Dayton kicked 2 the other night. You know, both of them ended up in our possession. One of them went out of bounds, and Jacavian Burks recovered the other one. And so, I mean, that's just what we've got to be able to do, you know. And so we get it. It gets great field position. If not, then we got to go out there and stop them on defense. You know, I mean, the ball's not round, it bounces funny, and like I said, I mean, they put a lot of pressure on you to start off with special teams, and then, you know, defensively, I think their guys get after it. I think that they're big and very active and play with high motors up front. You know, secondary, they play a lot of man coverage, which, you know, in my mind can make some windows very, very small to be able to put them in, to put a ball in. And at the same time, you know, I mean, our receivers have got to be prepared for, you know, whenever they catch the football that somebody's going to hit them. You know, there's not a whole lot of just holes and zones and stuff that we can attack. So, and then offensively, I think they've got a lot of weapons. I mean, they've got, you know, receivers that can run by you. They can stretch the field vertically. I think their running backs are really downhill players, and they do a great job. I mean, what hurt Nederland last week is they had 2 runs of, I think one was about 50 and the other one was about 30, where, I mean, the running back never broke stride, like literally took the exchange and just ran forward, never broke stride until he got in the end zone. So, I mean, their offensive line does a great job. I mean, they're very well coached. And then their quarterback is really an elite talent. I mean, he's a really, really good football player. You know, I mean, he's, like when I talk about stretching the field vertically, I mean, he's throwing some, as we would call nowadays, dimes. I mean, he's putting them right there in stride with the receivers, and you know, I mean, he is a guy that will just break a play down. Like at that point in time, he starts to scramble or he tries to get out of some stuff and does some things on his own. That, I mean, there's at that point in time, the scheme is off, you know, and so we got to do a great job being able to contain him. And I mean, yeah, they present a lot of challenges. They're a really good football team.
You kind of talked about their quarterback there. What do you kind of want to see out of your secondary, though, against a guy that, you know, like you just said, can throw it down the field and, you know, make plays and then also kind of keep him contained?
Yeah, I mean, we got to stay over the top in the secondary. I mean, a lot of the stuff the other night, wasn't necessarily, quote-unquote, all the secondary. There were some things where, our outside backers, were in coverage and they need to do that better. And there's some things that Dayton did that, are hard to cover. It wasn't like they were just going and running by us and, making a very simple move and running a simple route. They were doing some stuff where, everybody would agree, like a stop and go or whatever else can be very difficult to do that, Do you give up 5 yards every single time they want to throw a stop route? You've got to be able to play aggressive on things that are underneath and be able to rally the stuff that's over the top. And those are the things that Dayton was doing. So, we've worked very hard on it this week, and but that doesn't make covering those things any easier.
The guys that you've had on the mend, especially a couple of big seniors, senior captains, just what do they look like going into Friday, and what you'd like to get out of them as they get back into the swing of things?
We need to get out of them just them being themselves. That's good enough. Been good enough around here for a long time, and they just need to be them. So I think that they're going to be okay. We're still evaluating them in practice, and they've had a good week thus far. Friday nights are certainly different, so we just got to see how they feel before they go.
This has been the Hornet Insider with head coach Todd Mavis, sponsored by Charlie's Used Cars on 101.7 KSAM, your hometown station.
Tim Rushing here with Charlie's Used Cars. Fall is upon us, and with that comes cooler weather and great deals on quality pre-owned vehicles. Charlie's Used Cars has a great selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, and even have a few golf carts. We are a family-owned business serving the vehicle needs of this community since 1973. Come by 230 I-45 South in Huntsville and see why we have been voted best in Huntsville numerous times as the best place to purchase a pre-owned vehicle. And don't forget, we also have a service center if your current vehicle needs service, maintenance, or repairs. Charlie's Used Cars and Service Center, 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. Come see us.
Hometown proud, Hornet
Eduardo Castillo
is your hometown radio station.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, as we continue on here on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. Hello, senior night festivities going on down below us as the players have just been introduced, and now all the GGs and the band, the cheerleaders, the trainers being introduced to the folks here that are in attendance to kick off this ball game here tonight as we bring you back inside the Frank's Taco Station and Cafe broadcast booth. I'm with Brian Adams, I'm Carlos Zimmermann, and it's now time to dive into our sideline pass segment. Our good friend Emma Sims is down on the sideline for us tonight, enjoying this one tonight. It's quite the loud night tonight here at Huntsville ISD Stadium, as we'll now toss it over to Emma. Emma, let me just ask you this. Hornets are playing the best football that they can right now. Your thoughts going into this ball game here tonight, a game that has such a big magnitude for the Hornets tonight?
They definitely need to bring out what they did against Dayton in that second half and just keep hyping each other up and making each other show each other that they can win. They're doing great. That's really just what needs to happen.
Emma, it's senior night here at Huntsville ISD Stadium. It's one of our favorite nights of the year here. And, I just want to kind of go back to when you were a senior in high school and those, just as being a cheerleader for Atascocita. Just take me back to that time through your senior year and just what it means for a student, especially these students here at Huntsville.
So my senior year, I was actually a trainer. And I was that year after COVID, and sadly, my parents didn't get to walk with me, so seeing all of the parents get to walk with their sibling or with their kids, the siblings walking with them, it's just amazing to see that. And you can tell by the parents' faces, the families' faces, they're just very, very proud of their students.
And I think it's an awesome thing that Huntsville does here, Emma, is that they recognize everybody that goes into a Friday night, and that's something Coach Mabus talked about everything matters. That's the hashtag this year, everything matters. Recognizing all the GGs, the cheerleaders, the band members, the football players and the trainers, every senior out here tonight. I think it's an awesome thing that Huntsville does because I know not everyone does. Moving back to the ball game itself, we talked about it earlier. The senior class, they have never beaten Lake Creek in their years on varsity. The last time Huntsville beat Lake Creek, they were freshmen. So really the only one on this roster to think about that played against Lake Creek was Trayshawn Brown. So you got to think, as he was one of the only seniors that played as a freshman. So you got to think they are going to play with a lot of intensity tonight. And how big is it going to be for this senior class to be able to come away with a win against Lake Creek, something they've never done?
Well, winning against Lake Creek for the senior class is going to be just great. It's going to just boost their confidence so much more. And with Trayshawn having been, I think that's who you said. I couldn't hear it too well down here because of everybody cheering. But with him being the only one that was a part of that team, he can show them and tell them, like, hey, don't let them get into your head. And honestly, I've seen teams where it doesn't matter if they've never won. They can still come out with a win. It just depends on the team, their morale, their closeness. It just really depends on just a whole bunch of factors and not just how you play.
Hey, Emma, it's Brian. Hey, what do you think the Hornets have to do tonight to replicate the second half they had last week?
Just not get into their heads, honestly. They just need to keep a straight head. They need to just keep it together. They need to make sure they tell themselves, hey, we got this. We can't let anything come in between us. We can't let just anything. They just have to work together, and that's honestly how they can come out with a win. And like I said, they just need to replicate what they did that second half, and that honestly should be enough to come out with a win tonight.
Emma, as always, we appreciate you. That's your Sideline Pass segment with Emma Sims down on the sideline tonight. We'll come to her throughout the broadcast this evening. Gives you a little bit of a different perspective on the field as we continue on here on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. Let's step aside and take a break. We'll get Brian's keys to the ballgame when we come back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
WFG and More Insurance has been proudly serving the Huntsville and Walker County area since 2003. Ranked #1 in Texas as an independently owned insurance provider, our independence affords us the freedom to shop insurance carriers and coverages that best suits our clients' specific needs. TWFG offers personal and commercial, life, health, and flood insurance. Call Waylon Moore at 936-293-8121 or drop by 1212 10th Street in Huntsville, Texas. At TWFG and More Insurance, our policy is caring.
In your time of need, we're here to help. I'm Andy Graves with Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville. Heritage Oak Funeral Home provides compassionate and comprehensive funeral and cremation services, and we understand the importance of honoring your loved one's memory with dignity and respect. We believe in celebrating life and honoring memories. Visit our website at heritageoakfh.com. Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
Fall football means it's officially pretzel bun season. Go pretzel picking at Chick-fil-A Huntsville. Enjoy your favorite boneless breasts of chicken on a toasted pretzel bun with cheddar cheese, applewood smoked bacon, lettuce, tomato, and creamy Dijon mustard sauce. Available for a limited time at your Huntsville Chick-fil-A. Delicious! Now the Cherry Berry Bunch is back for fall. Add cherry to your favorite Chick-fil-A beverage made with natural cherry and berry flavors. Football and Chick-fil-A, the perfect combo.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet football. Family owned and operated since 2000. Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner. For all your plumbing needs, call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets.
Nelson Amaya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you for your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson Amaya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
Proud supporter of Huntsville High School, Danny Doherty State Farm in Huntsville covers all your business, auto, home, life, and renter's insurance needs. Call or stop by the office and get a quote today. They will find the right policy to fit your needs. Call Danny Doherty State Farm Insurance at 936-295-2067. That's 936-295-2067. Or visit them at 2914 Montgomery Road in Huntsville.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network on KSAM.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, as we are closing in on kickoff here tonight. We're about 20 minutes away from the start of this one tonight. It's time to get Brian Adams' keys to the ball game tonight. B.A., what do the Hornets have to do between the hash marks and for 48 minutes tonight to come away with their biggest win of the season?
Well, I tell you what, Carlos, they got to play with confidence and intensity tonight. Lake Creek, they're going to come and they're going to bring their A game as well. So if they can do that, that's going to be a good thing for the Hornets. Secondly, they've got to convert third downs. We talk about that at both the high school and the college level, how important it is they convert on those third downs. And with Trayshawn Brown back this week, if he and Zay can have a good ball game, man, that offense is going to be exciting. And then the third and finally, the defense. They've got to come up with a big play. Interception, fumble recovery, something to help the offense. If they do that, Hornets going to win big here tonight.
There you go. That's Brian's keys to the ball game here tonight on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame shows. We'll step aside and take another break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the high school football scoreboard and get you more insight into what this ball game is going to look like tonight between Huntsville and Lake Creek here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Michael Murray with Murray Insurance and Financial Services. Our family agency has been representing the Huntsville and Walker County area since the 1930s. It can help you prepare for your future with your financial planning needs, along with the unexpected with life, health, long-term care, and disability insurance needs. Please give us a call at 1-800-695-LIFE. Our email is mike@murrayservices.net. Eat 'em up, cat.
Start your next adventure in an all-new 2025 Ford Expedition from Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. Designed with meticulous attention and versatility, along with the spacious interiors families need for their busy lifestyles, makes the 2025 Ford Expedition the perfect vehicle. Its all-new multifunction Ford Splitgate allows easy access to the cargo area for larger items like kayaks or lumber. Hurry in today for a no-bull deal or shop online at BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
Where there's a will, there's a way, as the saying goes. But where there's no will, there's absolutely no way your last wishes will be known. You need to get serious about your estate and call Sam Moak at Moak & Moak to get your estate, will, and other documents updated now. Without a will and proper estate plan, the government decides with probate. You've put it off long enough. Sam A. Moak's practices focus on estate planning, probate, elder law, real estate, and transactional law. Practical wisdom, trusted advice, and personal service. Moak & Moak, attorneys at law.
Hey Huntsville, it's Cicely with Hartfields. Can you believe it's already time to start planning for the holidays? We are getting fresh shipments of beautiful fall flowers daily and have started planning on holiday parties and events. If you have an upcoming holiday occasion that needs flowers or just a simple just because arrangement, give us a call today. Don't wait. You can always reach us at 295-5448. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram or our website at HuntsvilleHartfieldFlorist.com. If you're in the neighborhood, we'd love for you to stop by the shop at 1525 Sam Houston Avenue. This fall and always, remember Hartfield's, personalizing your events since 1957.
Nelson Amaya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you for your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson Amaya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
This is Kevin with Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. The first cold front is here, and although it's not cool enough for you to need your heater, that doesn't mean you shouldn't get your heater ready for winter. Call 936-295-9173 today and set up your planned maintenance heater inspection. And while the technician is there, ask about our UV lights for better indoor air quality or upgrading to our programmable thermostat to help with utility savings. Heater checks, air quality, and utility savings. Now that's Beckham & Jones.
License number 26079C.
Hornet pride lives on KSAM. Sting 'em Hornets.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, as we close in on the end of the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. With me is Brad Adams and Emma Sims. Time to take a look at the high school football scoreboard. Let's take you around District 8, 5A, Division 2, Region 2. Montgomery and West Fork, they played last night. Montgomery stays perfect in district with a 52-0 big win over West Fork last night. So Montgomery will continue to go on that trajectory. We mentioned that game because if Montgomery had lost out from here and Huntsville won out, Huntsville would have had an opportunity to jump into one of the top two spots and get to host a playoff game. That is now out the window unless P&G were to lose their final 3 games of the year and Huntsville wins their final 3. So we'll see how it all plays out. Looking elsewhere in the district, Dayton and Splendora, they meet tonight. 2 teams that are trying to get themselves out of the basement of the district and get them closer back into the picture for the postseason as the season winds down. Looking at the adjacent district, in District 7, who would be a first-round matchup. Here's how things look in that one. Mount Pleasant beat Jacksonville last night 53-3, so a big win for the Tigers. Hallsville and White House meet tonight at 7 o'clock, but the one that we have our eye on because it potentially could be Huntsville's first-round opponent, either it be Nacogdoches, or Marshall. They play each other tonight. Something we'll watch for. Nacogdoches currently holds that number 2 spot in District 7. That is who Huntsville would face if they are able to beat Lake Creek tonight if the season were to be over. Obviously, still 2 games after this week, so a lot can still happen, but that's just how things look right now. Looking elsewhere in the district, forgot to mention, it's Mid-County Madness down in the Golden Triangle, or they call it the Bum Phillips Bowl because Bum Phillips actually coached both of these programs. Port Neches Groves and Nederland, they meet tonight. That could be a big one. It's a rivalry game. Nederland won the matchup with P&G last year, so something to keep an eye on in this ball game throughout tonight's ball game here this evening. That's your look at the high school football scoreboard, and that'll do it for the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we'll dive into the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff. We'll get you your game time weather forecast, as well as more in-depth look into this matchup with Lake Creek tonight, and much more coming up on the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff here from Huntsville ISD Stadium on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
ISD is the best place for children to be. We offer a full-day pre-K center to advanced career and college options, along with a variety of extracurricular activities and award-winning fine arts, band and athletics programs, an excellent child nutrition and bus transportation services, bilingual ESL and GT program, special education services, and a career and technical education program that provides multiple certification and licensing options for students. Visit huntsville-isd.org. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day.
Who's ready for some football? Here at Wiesner Buick GMC in Huntsville, football season kicks off the best deals of the year. Hi folks, Clint Mack here with Wiesner Buick GMC in Huntsville. Come in and get a 1500 double cab starting at only $34,930, or a Buick Encore GX starting at only $21,895. Want to go green? We've got a 24 GMC Hummer, take $22,000 off the MSRP. But you need to hurry in to Wiesner Buick GMC in Huntsville to take advantage of these great deals before they're all gone. Visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com. Wiesner is home of the bottom line.
Nelson Amaya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you for your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson Amaya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
Kids have projects to finish, lessons to watch, and homework to turn in. Parents have rules to set. With Mid-South Fiber, your household gets the best of both worlds. Get safe, blazing fast internet with parental control tools to limit screen time, block distracting sites, and keep your kids on track. This school year, enjoy peace of mind with smart online time. Mid-South Fiber, where school ready meets parent approved. Visit midsouthfiber.com to get started.
This is the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Huntsville ISD Stadium on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. This is the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff as we get ready for the start of this one tonight. We are just about 11 minutes away from National Anthem and kickoff going down on the field this evening. So, Brian, I'll bring you back in here. Good to be with you, my friend. Should be an exciting matchup tonight. Two teams that come in identical records, and obviously a lot of playoff implications riding on that, but I know the guys down there, they're going to be wearing the black jerseys tonight. They are not worried about that at all. What they're worried about is getting 1-0 this week before worrying about the next, and of course to send these seniors out on their senior night on a big note.
Yeah, tonight's a big night. Not only is it senior night, but you got two teams that are battling to try to, get their way into the playoffs. And it's, both teams have got to come and they've got to play good football. The Hornets last week, again, we talked about a little bit ago, tale of two halves against Dayton. The first half, the Hornets, it was just kind of tough going. Second half, in my opinion, they could have beat anybody in 5A Texas football in the second half. So they've got momentum on their side. Hopefully that carries over here tonight.
Time to take a look here at your Nelson Propane weather report. I called it today, it's the calm before the storm, because there is expected bad weather to come into the Walker County area tomorrow, where I think we're going to hold out good for the rest of this evening. We'll keep our fingers crossed on that. The rain's currently right now on the other side of the DFW Metroplex, so I don't think we're going to have to worry about that tonight. Some clouds in the sky above us. It's 80 degrees out there right now, feels like 83. Humidity at about 60%. But here's the thing, Brian. A southeast wind at about 10 miles an hour. You look at the flags here on the north end zone goalpost. They're blowing a little bit, so if Huntsville is going to be kicking that way, it'll bode very well for them in this ballgame. That is your Nelson Propane weather report. Looking at Lake Creek and what has happened for them so far this season, this is a different looking Pat Kennedy squad. They lose Eli Marcos, who's now at Texas A&M backing up Marcel Reed for the Aggies. You lose Tyvon Byers, your starting running back. He's now at Rice. Both of them graduated. So having to replace those two guys, obviously very tough. So they come into this year, they lose a bad one to Magnolia at the start of the year, 41-13. Then they lose a nail-biter to St. Thomas Catholic, 19-18. But then they found their win. Got a 30-28 win over Strake Jesuit to close out non-district play. But then they get into district play. A lot like was for Huntsville, saw the two of the better teams in the district and have proven to be the best teams in the district, Port Neches, Groves, and Montgomery, right out of the gate. Lost 45-21 to P&G, and then lost their rivalry game to Montgomery 42-31. But since then, they have rattled off two wins, beat Dayton 50-26, and beat Nederland last week 39-22. So Brian, Lake Creek comes in with some momentum, and they are chomping at the bit because they missed the postseason last year. They were the fifth team in the district on the outside watching the guys play ball in December.
But you know what? I tell you what, this is the place to be tonight. Friday night lights, these two teams going at it. And you're right, man. Lake Creek last year with those two guys that went to nice, big FBS programs, that ought to tell you about what kind of team is on the other side. The Hornets, man, they have to come, and they've got to play that Hornet football we know they can do.
Absolutely. As we are about 8.5 minutes away from kickoff tonight, let's step aside and take a break here on the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff. Ref mic works. Everything's working good tonight here at Huntsville ISD Stadium. When we come back, we'll give you your lineups, but in a different way. Here in just a little bit, here on Senior Night at Huntsville ISD Stadium on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Back after this.
For over 40 years, Nelson Propane Gas has fueled the success of business and homes across East Texas. Restaurants, warehouses, farms, manufacturers, and homeowners get reliable propane solutions that keep them running strong. Our local team understands the unique needs of commercial and residential customers, and we back every delivery with dependable service and safety you can trust. Call Nelson Propane at 800-234-9052 or visit nelsonpropane.com. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider.
The hit hits keep coming. Back to Hornets High School football on KSAM.
About 7.5 minutes away from kickoff here between the Huntsville Hornets and the Lake Creek Lions in a matchup of District 8, 5A Division II, Region 2. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty of this season with only 2 games left after tonight. This one has got all the implications and then some tonight between the Huntsville Hornets and the Lake Creek Lions. Of course, Huntsville looking for their first win over Lake Creek in 3 years. They haven't beat them since 2022. This senior class chomping at the bit to do just that here this evening. And so this is how your lineups will be given to you this evening here on senior night. We're going to highlight the seniors that are going to be huge for Huntsville in this ball game this evening, Brian. We're going to first look on the offensive side. 3 seniors that are going to stand out to me on this offensive side of the ball for starters. Trayshawn Brown in the backfield. Good to have him back tonight. We'll see how if he's 100% or not going into this ball game. Marcus Lewis and C.J. Rogers, 2 other targets that Zay Adolph will have at his disposal. 3 guys that have been cornerstones for this team. Rogers joining the really more upper level of the varsity this year, but Marcus Lewis and Trayshawn Brown, they have made a name for themselves here at Huntsville. They're going to be key factors here tonight against Lake Creek.
Yeah, they are. You know what? And I like C.J. Rogers. You know, I hate to see him go, him being a senior this year, because he has really come on strong for Zay as one of the wideouts. And what can we say about Trayshawn Brown? I mean, man, the guy can do it all. He is fast. He can cut on a dime. Glad he's back tonight.
And on that offensive line, some guys that stand out. Of course, Bubba Moreno doing the snapping, another senior. And, of course, Trey Williams, that blind side blocker for Zay Adolph. They're going to need to play a clean game on the O-line tonight and give good protection for Zay to make plays.
They have to. You know what? It is so important. If they can give Zay a little bit of time, he will eat them up.
And then, of course, flipping to the defensive side, Fred Oladele, one of the big factors on the defensive line, a senior in this ball game tonight. Isaiah Lewis, who we've had on the coaches show, both of them on the coaches show this year. You look to that linebacker core of Jabari Washington and Caleb Franklin, who have been thrown some curveballs this year, having to play some secondary this year with some of the depth that the Hornets have been lacking in some areas. And then, of course, you look at that secondary. Brent Carroll and Trey Scott. 2 guys that have been on the team now for 3 years, have been cornerstones at that corner position. They're going to need to play clean football all throughout this ball game tonight if they want to come away a winner.
You know what, I tell you, as each game comes and goes, you see the defense get better and more physical. And I tell you, that right there alone, physicality, you put some hits on those guys, the second half rolls around, they don't want those hits anymore. Huntsville needs to come out and be physical right from the jump.
And then, of course, in the third level of this team, you have to think about the kicker, Caleb Kulak. Coming in a little hobbly tonight with the injury he suffered last week, but is a go for this one tonight. The senior kicker, we say it every week. It could come down to him at the end of the ball game. He's looking and poised to have a great one on his senior night.
You know what? He is, and he has gotten the confidence that all kickers must have. They've got to be a confident bunch because, you know what? They're on an island on their own. You know what? And to your point, Carlos, most of the time it does come down to a kicker making a play to get the game.
And that's your starting lineups in a different way for your Huntsville Hornets here this evening. All right, that'll do it for the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff. When we come back, we will have the results of the coin toss and kickoff. Huntsville versus Lake Creek, 2 teams vying for a spot in the postseason. A win tonight could set them on the path for that success. Kickoff is next on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
For over 40 years, Nelson Propane Gas has fueled the success of business and homes across East Texas. Restaurants, warehouses, farms, manufacturers, and homeowners get reliable propane solutions that keep them running strong. Our local team understands the unique needs of commercial and residential customers, and we back every delivery with dependable service and safety you can trust. Call Nelson Propane at 800-234-9052 or visit nelsonpropane.com. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider.
This has been the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff. Stay tuned. Hornet football is next on KSAM.
Exceeding all expectations for 3 generations. You can call us day or night. Nick Williams, we're the ones you trust. So count on us to come out and fix things right. When your plumbing is slow or your AC goes, we've got the best service round by far. Visit callmcwilliams.com. McWilliams, we're not comfortable until you are. We're primed and ready. All day, baby. Man, let's go. Here we go. When it matters the most. Let's start something special right here, man. Let's go. We get a chance to prove ourselves right here. Come alive, bro. Go get one down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
The following is a Hornet Nation broadcast network powered by KSAM Sports Broadcast. It's Friday night in Hornets country. This is Huntsville Hornets High School football. Proudly brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars, Heritage Oak Funeral Home, Amaya's Collision, Diana K. Barnes State Farm, Northside Baptist Church, AB Squared Self-Storage, Murray Insurance and Financial Services, Moak & Moak Attorneys at Law, MRC Creekside, Hartfield Florist, Nelson Amaya's Collision, University Heights Baptist Church, Advantage Specialties, Wiesner of Huntsville, Avila's Luxury Barbershop, Bill Fick Ford, Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning, Danny Doherty State Farm, Huntsville Independent School District, McWilliams & Sons Heating, Cooling and Plumbing, Mid-South Fiber Internet, Reliable Auto Parts, The Woodlands Financial Group, and Walker County Federal Credit Union. Now, from the Frank's Cafe and Taco Station broadcast booth, here's Carlos Zimmermann, Brian Adams, and Emma Sims.
On a perfect Friday night under the lights of Huntsville ISD Stadium, welcome to the Hive for tonight's presentation on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports and presented by WA Air Conditioning. Two teams deadlocked at 2-2 in district play. Going to battle to the end tonight with playoff implications abound, the Huntsville Hornets and the Lake Creek Lions. As we welcome you inside the Frank's Taco Station and Cafe broadcast booth with Brian Adams and Emma Sims, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Delighted to have you with us tonight. The Hornets won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. They will kick with the wind at their backs. We are ready for this one to get underway tonight here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Huntsville going to be rocking the black jerseys tonight with the numbers in white. The green Rockin' H helmet for the Hornets and the white bottoms for Lake Creek. They are in the visiting white jerseys with the numbers in blue and the blue pants. Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance kickoff for Caleb Kulak. Taken by Lake Creek at the 5-yard line, running this one over the middle of the field from left to right with some space to the 25 to the 30, still on his feet, 35 to the 40, and down near midfield goes Juan Gonzalez. So a good return for Lake Creek, and that is where they will start with the ball around the 42-yard line.
Nice return for Lake Creek. They take the ball about the 5-yard line, go around the far side, starting this ball game out in great field position.
So they'll mark him at the 43-yard line, will Lake Creek. They move left to right across your radio dial to start this Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Live tonight from the Hive. We're glad to have you with us. Starting quarterback Zach Colwell plays both sides of the ball. Quarterback and linebacker will line up in the shotgun. Trips near side. 3 on the line for the Hornets, make it a 4th. 1st and 10 from the 43. Colwell claps, gets the snap. A quarterback run. Runs this over the middle, across the 45, and tackled at the 47-yard line. So Colwell able to pick up forward, sets up a 2nd down and 6 for Lake Creek.
Colwell, quarterback, takes it himself around the left side, picks up 4 yards. Nice run there by Lake Creek.
11.5 to play in this first quarter. No score if you're just tuning in. Colwell alone in the backfield as they go 5 wide. Colwell looks to pass, now rolls out to the right, stays in the pocket, now fires over the middle, and it's going to be a run for it, and wrestling it away from Caden Mabus is number 85, Dakota Clark. It was a jump ball basically like you would see in basketball. Clark with a little bit more muscle to wrestle it away from Mabus and take the interception away. A 1st down to the 32 of Huntsville for Lake Creek.
So yeah, really nice play there by Clark from Lake Creek. I mean, ripping the ball away from Mabus. Good coverage there by Mabus. Big play, Lake Creek.
Into Huntsville territory for the first time tonight is Pat Kennedy's squad. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line, moving left to right. Kennedy barking out the instructions here on the 1st down and 10. We'll have 2 receivers spread here to the near sideline.
Is a catch by Lake Creek, 1st down.
And they're just confirming it out there. Chance Miller and Juan Gonzalez here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Colwell lines up in the pistol. From the 32-yard line, Colwell gets the snap, And hands this one off running left side and tackled around the 29-yard line. That is Luke Middlebrook on the carry for the Lions. Picks up 4, 2nd and 6 coming up.
Brent Carroll on the stop for the Hornets, just the run over the left side. He comes in from his safety position. Nice play there.
Officially 2nd and 7 now for Lake Creek as they go 4 wide, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Colwell now back into the shotgun. And we're going to blow this play dead. So we have flags, our first one of the night. We'll see who it is going to be charged to, and it might be charged to Huntsville is the early signal.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an offsides call on the Hornets.
It is indeed offsides on Huntsville.
Defense number 2, 5-yard penalty.
It's going to be on Trey Scott III. Didn't play last week against Dayton due to an injury. He's back tonight as that far side corner. He gets called for the penalty, brings up 2nd and 2 for Lake Creek. All at the 24 of Huntsville from left to right, the Lions go. 10-19 to go first quarter, no score. Colwell gets that direct snap, trying to carry it over the middle, but Fred Oladelli meets him right on his back. Takes down number 0, does big 99. Forward progress was stopped at the 26. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Lions.
Boy, great play, 99. Fred Oladelli from his defensive end position wraps up Colwell. Nowhere to go. Big 3rd down, both teams.
3rd down and 4 in this Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. 9:50 to go, no score. The big 3rd down coming up for Lake Creek. They'll go 3 wide, 1 to the left, 2 down here to the right with the tight end offset. 1 back with Colwell is Middlebrook. Colwell gets the snap, fakes the handoff, pressure coming, and the Hornets are going to get Colwell down in the backfield for a Hartfield Flores sack. The tandem of Jeremiah Peterson and Kentrey Cooper wrestle him to the turf. It's 4th down, and what will Lake Creek do here?
Boy, outstanding play, Hornets defense. They got play action in the backfield. They did not fall for it. The Hornets were right there. They lose yardage. Big 4th down right here for both teams.
4th down and 9 here for Lake Creek, and Lake Creek will not elect for the long field goal. They will go for it here on 4th and 9. They need the 22 of Huntsville to move the sticks. Colwell gets the snap after 1. Blitz coming. Colwell loads up over the middle. He's got a man wide open and into the end zone. Touchdown, Lake Creek. Juan Gonzalez left open over the middle of the field, untouched, and he's in.
Well, busted coverage by the secondary for the Hornets. Wide open on a post route. Colwell hits him perfectly in stride. They are on the board first.
8:53 to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter, and Lake Creek is the one that strikes pay dirt first.
Looked like the Hornets were in a cover 2, which had 2 deep safeties. Got open, wide open over the middle.
So Will Patrick on for the point after. Try to hold it will be Chance Miller. Snap away, hold down, kick on its way through the uprights. And with 8:53 to go in this first quarter, it's 7 Lake Creek, Huntsville 0, Hornet football when we come back in 60 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Every life is unique, and so should every memorial. At Heritage Oak Funeral Home, services are personalized and created to reflect the life and legacy of a loved one. From traditional services to cremation options and unique memorial tributes, Heritage Oak Funeral Home will help craft a meaningful farewell to your loved one. Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet football. Family owned and operated since 2000. Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner. For all your plumbing needs, call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets.
Onside kick here, Lake Creek. Ball is batted around and a scrum for it at midfield between Huntsville and Lake Creek. Lake Creek has delivered many onside kicks this season as they try to catch the Hornets off guard. The Hornets were on top of it. We're going to see what the signal will be, and Lake Creek celebrating, and it is going to look like it's going to be their football at midfield.
Well, they caught the Hornets off guard with an onside kick, kind of like last week in Dayton.
Well, here's the other thing, Brian. Did that ball travel 10 yards? I don't think it did.
Well, I don't think it did either, but I think a Hornet player got his hands on it.
Kicking team. The kicker did not wait for the official ready for play signal.
Well, that's a huge break for the Hornets.
That's a massive break for Huntsville.
Man.
They did not wait for the referee's signal. They went quick. And so Hornets will roll there. It will be a re-kick here for Lake Creek. So again, Huntsville is able to catch a break. It's a 5-yard penalty. So back the ball up to the 35-yard line, and we'll see if Lake Creek's going to try and roll the dice again. But I think Huntsville's ready for it.
You know what, though? I like the call by Lake Creek. I mean, they caught the Hornets napping. And I mean, you know what? Make them pay for it.
7-0 Lake Creek, 8:50 to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Carlos Zimmermann with Brian Adams and Emma Sims tonight. As Lake Creek tried an onside kick. Called for the delay of game. Hornets catch a break, and we'll see what Lake Creek will do here. KJ Betts is going to be back deep to receive for a deeper kick. They'll do some misdirection here. It's a pooch kick. Left side taken by Rogers, 35-yard line. Trying to cut it to the outside and tackled at the 36. So decent field position set up here for the Huntsville Hornets on their first offensive possession of the night. Here comes Adolph, BA.
Well, I tell you what, man, that's a huge break the Hornets just got right there. And you're right, Adolph and company are about to take the field. They need to answer right back.
8:45 to go in this first quarter. Here comes Zay in the offense. Trayshawn Brown, good to see number 5. Back out there this evening. Jacavian Burks played an excellent game in his absence last week. We'll definitely see the likes of Burks here tonight as well. Hornets go right to left across your radio dial. They'll line up trips to the far side. Adolph in the shotgun with Brown in the back. 3 on the line for Lake Creek. As Adolph gets the snap, it's a run with Brown. Trying to cut it to the left side, staying on his feet, trying to stretch forward, but he'll be tackled for a loss, wrapped up around the ankles. Number 44, Zylan Peak, was the one that wrapped up Trayshawn for a loss of 1 to set up second and 11.
Brown takes a handoff from Adolph around the left side, loses a yard on the carry. Second down and 11 for the Hornets.
Adolph will now line him up here. Looks like going to go pistol formation. Rogers will go one-on-one here on the near side. Lewis and Fisher stacked to the far side on second and 11 from the 35. Adolph with the tight end offset. Gets the snap. Lost the football. Got it back. Trying to turn something out of nothing, but he's only going to be able to get up to the 34-yard line as he, again, lost the football. Got it back, though, but the Hornets going backwards. It's 3rd and 12.
Well, this is a big third down for the Hornets right here. 3rd and 12. They need to convert. They got to get it to the 46-yard line to convert here. Big play coming up.
So we're having a little issues with our crowd mic here this evening. 3rd down and 12. 7.5 to play first quarter. 7-0 Lake Creek. Trips near side as Adolph goes hard count. Lake Creek doesn't bite. Brown will stay to the left shoulder of Adolph on 3rd and 12. They need the 46. Fake to give to Brown. Adolph wants to pass, feels the pressure, slips out of it. Now he'll tuck it and run. He's got a first down across the 45 to the 50 and into Lake Creek territory around the 45-yard line. No flags on the field. Adolph does it with his legs, and Amoka attorneys a law first down.
Great play, Zay Adolph. It is 3rd and 12. He drops back to pass. Nobody open. Takes it himself around the right side. Picks up enough for the first down. Good play.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line, so Adolph able to pick up 22 on that run and set the Hornets up in Lake Creek territory for the first time tonight. Clock stops with 7:12 to play in this Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. 7-0 Lions. 2 in the backfield here, Brown and Burks. Brown to the right of Adolph, Burks to the left shoulder. 2 receivers stacked to the near side, Fisher and Rogers. 1st and 10 from the 44. Adolph gets the snap. It'll be a run with Burks. Running over the middle of the field, he gets 1. Up to the 43. As he ran into a wall of Lake Creek defenders to set up 2nd and 9.
You know what? You were talking about Burks, and Burks had a great game last week against Dayton in Trayshawn Brown's absence. I'm not sure his total yardage, but, man, he had some great runs last week.
Hornets will now move their receiver duo of Rogers and Fisher to the far side for this 2nd down and 9 play from the Lake Creek 43. Hornets go right to left across your radio dial. We have whistles. Will it stop the clock? No, clock hasn't stopped up here. And now the clock will stop. 6:24 now. Wonder if...
Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 6:32, 6:32. And we will start both clocks on my ready for the play signal.
There we go, just a little clock malfunction. 2nd and 9. And in motion is Fisher. He'll take the handoff from Adolph around the left side. Got some space. 35-30, 25-20. Landon Fisher. Big time run. Out of bounds, 21-yard line. 23 yards and another Mocha attorneys at law first down for the Hornets.
Oh, man, another good play by the Hornets. Landon Fisher takes the reverse up the left side. Another fresh set of down for the Hornets. Nice play.
Forced out of bounds at the 21 on the edge of the the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone. Two backs in with Adolph. Adolph gets the snap, fakes it to Brown, rolling right. Fires over the middle of the field. Got his tight end, Jarius Singletary, for a touchdown.
Boy, that was a throw with confidence right there. Zay Adolph to Singletary. Singletary, the tight end, running just a little post route. Perfect pass, touchdown Hornets.
An MRC Creekside touchdown. 21-yard strike from Zay Adolph to Jarius Singletary, another one of those senior targets on the offensive side. And now for the Nelson Amayas Collision Center point after try, Mr. Caleb Kulak. Kulak awaiting the snap from Lewis. Hold by Marcus Lewis, and the kick through the uprights. That kicking leg looks pretty good right there for Caleb Kulak. We are tied at 7. 6:16 to go in this Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Back in 30 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Nelson Amaya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you for your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson Amaya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
6:16 to go in this Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. It's 7 Lake Creek, 7-4 Huntsville as the Hornets rock down the field. Got a little dicey on that kickoff there. They caught a break, but Zay Adolph in the offense able to take it down the field and into the end zone for the touchdown to tie this game up, EA.
Yeah, you know what? You can see the confidence in the offense, man. They just moved that ball downfield. Zay Adolph taking it himself and then finishing off with that great pass to Singletary, man. What a play.
Caleb Kulak for the Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance kickoff. Swings the leg, a booming kick that Gonzalez takes on the edge of the end zone. Trying to run laterally across the field. Makes initial contact at the 2-yard line to Huntsville, and Gonzalez down deep at the 7-yard line. Kent Drake Cooper takes the legs out from under him, and a long field to go for Lake Creek.
Oh, man, that is great kickoff coverage right there by the Hornets. They stayed in their lanes, and they stopped Lake Creek way back in their own end. Good play.
They'll officially spot him at the 8-yard line. Brian, while we have a pause in the action, let's thank some of our great sponsors who made tonight possible.
Absolutely. We want to thank AB Squared Self-Storage, your local go-to self-storage facility. And our buddy Tim Rushing at Charlie's Used Cars. Customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
6:08 to go, first quarter. From the 8-yard line, Lake Creek goes left to right, man in motion. It'll be a handoff. Middlebrook trying to run over the middle of the field, slips around a couple would-be tacklers, and Middlebrook able to take it down to the 31-yard line, picks up 23 on the carry for Lake Creek and a first down to get out of their own end.
Boy, nice run. Luke Middlebrook right up the middle. Missed tackle there by the interior lineman. I'm not sure if it was Oladelli or what, but, man, great run up the middle, Lake Creek.
Zach Colwell in the offense on their second drive of the night, trying to score yet again after scoring on the opening drive. Two receivers left, one to the right. One in motion from the far side, rather. Another handoff to Middlebrook, trying to cut it over the right side, but the Hornets able to swarm to him. Forward progress is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Jabari Washington was the one that met him in his mid-first, 2nd and 10 coming up for the Lions.
Not a whole lot of running room on the right side there by Lake Creek. Nice play by the interior lineman there for the Hornet defense.
Lake Creek adjusting their offense here. They'll stretch 2 to the far side. Dakota Clark and company. 2 to the near side as well. Chance Miller, he'll line up in the slot. One back is Middlebrook Colwell, the quarterback, with 5 minutes to go. First quarter, and we are tied at 7. Miller in motion from right to left. Colwell gets the snap. 3-man rush. Throw over the middle. Catch made. Gonzalez. Near midfield, down around the 47-yard line. Caleb Franklin makes the stop, but a first down for Lake Creek at the 49 officially.
Yeah, nice pass by Colwell. Had his wide out on the near side, run a post route, wide open. Another big first down, Lake Creek. I'm
watching Colwell, and he just feels comfortable in that pocket, and it's a smooth throw over the middle. Hornets secondary is going to have their hands full tonight. First and 10 from the 49 of Lake Creek. Colwell in the pistol, gets the snap. Hand off to Middlebrook, but he slipped. And it's going to be a loss of 3 on the run. Bring up 2nd and 13. Turf Monster got to Middlebrook.
Boy, a big help for the Hornet defense, though. You'll take it however you can get it. And you're right, Turf Monster jumped up and bit him big. Big loss on that play.
Back it up now to the Lake Creek 46-yard line. Hornets with that patented 3-man front. Will line up against that O-line of Lake Creek. 2 receivers to each sideline. Colwell in the shotgun. Colwell adjusts things at the line of scrimmage and awaits the snap. Here it is. Colwell looking to pass. Blitz coming. Hit as he throws and has his man. No, it's incomplete. Had him at the 49-yard line for a moment. Dane Doty, the sophomore wide receiver for Lake Creek. Trey Scott in coverage. It's 3rd and 13 for the Lions.
Boy, a big third down coming up right here. If the Hornets can get a stop here, get the ball back in decent field position, they got to get a stop. Got to watch that pass over the middle.
Lake Creek needs the Huntsville 41 to move the chains as they'll go 5 wide. Trips left, 2 to the right. Oladelli and Singletary will come off the edges against Colwell, who's alone in the backfield. Gets the snap, 5-man rush. Hit as he doesn't even have an opportunity to throw it, and Jarius Singletary with a Hartfield Flores sack. 4th down, Lake Creek will punt it.
Oh, man. Number 28, Jarius Singletary just absolutely levels Colwell from the blind side. Big play, Hornet defense. That's what you got to have.
It'll be 4th and 19 for Lake Creek as they get ready to punt this one away. KJ Betts will be back deep to receive. As it'll be Kai Jordan to send this one away for the Lions. With 3:12 to go in this Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter, and we're tied at 7. Snap away. Lefty punt from Kai Jordan. Goes out of bounds here on the near side. We'll see where it will be spotted out. Mabus is pointing at the 42-yard line. So we'll see where they officially spotted, but either way, BA, Huntsville with 3:02 left to go in this first. They have the football and an opportunity to take the lead.
I feel like they got the momentum at their back, too. Defensively right there, that big hit by Singletary, man, that fired up this whole crowd. Can't wait to see what Zay and company can do.
Brian, while Lake Creek gets ready to take the field, let's thank more of our wonderful sponsors.
Of course, Diana K. Barnes, State Farm Insurance, focusing on auto, home, life, farm and ranch business, pet and tractor insurance in Huntsville, Texas, and surrounding areas.
A little bit of a tongue twister for you there.
That was.
But we thank our good friends that help make these broadcasts possible, our great sponsors, as the Hornets take over on offense. 1st and 10 from the 42. Adolph will hand it off to Brown, looking for a hole to open up. Found one, but it is filled up quickly. Tackled at the 44-yard line. He'll pick up 2 to bring up 2nd down and 8. Of course, Trayshawn did not play last week against Dayton, still trying to shake off a little bit of the rust after sitting out for a week.
Well, it's certainly good to see number 5 back out in the backfield. I mean, when he's there, anything can happen.
2nd and 8 for Huntsville. 44-yard line moving right to left in their own territory. Dual backfield, 2 receivers to the right for Adolph. Gets the snap, play action, fires, finds Ty Harrison. On the far side, forward progress was stopped at the 49-yard line. Harrison picks up 5 on his first targeting catch of the night. Sets up a manageable 3rd down and 3 for the green and white.
Nice catch by Harrison. He runs a curl route. Zay Adolph hit him perfectly. Nice pass and catch. Now the 3rd down is short and manageable.
Hornets need the Lake Creek 48 to move the sticks. 2 minutes to go. Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Lake Creek 7, Huntsville 7. They'll go single back with Brown standing right behind Adolph and a receiver to each side with a tight end offset. Adolph Claps gets the snap. It's a run with Brown, trying to cut it to the outside, but not able to get any forward momentum. As a couple of lines are able to get to him quickly. Carter Harmon was the one that got to Brown first, and Huntsville will be held 3 and out. It's a loss of 2 to set up 4th down and 5 as Kulak will get ready to send this one away. And McCoy Cudd is back deep to receive for Lake Creek.
Well, both defenses came out with a good stand, forcing the Hornets 3 and out, punting the ball away.
Cudd waits. Kulak awaits the snap from Chad Lewis. On the money, Kulak with a rugby-style punt. A line driver over the middle of the field will take a Hornet roll. And another good Hornet bounce as it's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line is where it will be touchdown. Good punt, Caleb Kulak. 52 ticks left in this Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. We remain tied at 7 as the Hornet defense takes the field.
Well, both teams are, again, it seems like they're trying to fill each other out in this first quarter. Both offenses able to put some points on the board. Both defenses has had some good stops. Exciting ball game.
Get a look here at Lake Creek. Zach Colwell, of course, filling the shoes of Eli Marcos, who held that quarterback position the last couple of years for Lake Creek. He's moved on to A&M. Colwell trying to fill the shoes well for the Lake Creek Lions and Pat Kennedy. It's been a decent night so far. Scored on their opening drive, but he has felt the heat. Been sacked twice by the Huntsville Hornets tonight. 1st and 10 from the 8. Tight end in motion. It'll be a run with Middlebrook. Cuts it to the right side, but the Hornets able to fill the hole for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Jarius Singletary was the one that made the stop.
Timeout. Huntsville.
Huntsville calls their first charge timeout. We'll take it with them on a University Heights Baptist Church timeout. 43 seconds left first quarter. Tied at 7.
This is B.J. McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe Sunday is game day for your faith. We start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship. Then both at 9:30 and at 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend contemporary worship. 2 time slots with the same great options. Don't forget about Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30 Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. If you don't already have a church home, we want to invite you to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em Hornets.
43 seconds left in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter from Huntsville ISD Stadium, the Hive. We are tied at 7 between Lake Creek and Huntsville. Carlos Zimmermann with Brian Adams. We'll go to Emma Sims here in just a few moments as she is waiting patiently for us to come to her down on the sideline. I always love saying things like that because it always garners a reaction from her, and it's my favorite thing on these Friday nights. 2nd down and 10 for Lake Creek from the 8-yard line. Colwell gets the shotgun snap with 4 receivers to choose from. Colwell's in his own end zone. He's got to get out. He throws, and he has his man tackled at the 14-yard line. Near disaster for Lake Creek, but he finds the big receiver, Dakota Clark, at the 14-yard line. That'll set up 3rd down and 4 for Lake Creek.
I mean, you got to give Colwell a lot of credit. He had Hornets all in his face, and he was still able to get that ball off and complete the pass. Nice play.
Makes it a manageable 3rd down and 4 for the Lake Creek Lions, as we have got quite the crowd here tonight at Huntsville ISD Stadium, as some of them still filing in. Tie game at 7. 7 seconds left. Lake Creek doesn't have to snap the ball, and they won't, as that brings us to the end of the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter of play. What a ball game so far. Tied at 7 as we go to the 2nd here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Back in 60 seconds.
Life is full of milestones. Buying your first car, saving for college, planning for retirement. At Walker County Federal Credit Union, we're here for all of them, because you're not just a customer, you're a member. And a membership means more than banking. It means belonging. Belonging to a financial family that knows you, supports you, and celebrates your success. Experience the difference of membership today at WalkerCountyFCU.com or visit us at 1802 Normal Park Drive, Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Folks, this is Frank Oliveris, Marine Corps veteran and owner of Frank's Taco Station and Cafe, Riverside, Texas. Come on out to Frank's, where we welcome you like family and invite you to try some of our favorites, like the Frank's Bacon Cheeseburger, Brisket Kojo Taco, Chicken Fried Steak, Baked Potatoes, and more. At Frank's, there is something on the menu for the whole family. Frank's, the home of the loaded train, offers dine-in or carry-out. We are open Monday through Saturday, or call in your order at 936-594-8139. See you soon, and as always, we love you in Christ Jesus.
Back at Huntsville ISD Stadium on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports with Brian Adams and Emma Sims. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Let's go to the third member of our crew, Emma, down on the sideline. Emma, great ball game so far. Everything we've expected it to be. Tied at 7. How have things been on the sideline? The attitude for the Hornets, how has it looked so far here through one quarter?
I'm seeing what I saw last Friday against Dayton, them just getting hyped up and yelling for each other. And in regards to the crowd, they keep filing in. I heard you say that earlier. And a lot of them are the parents of the Hornet cheerleaders for their mini camp, too. And so just having everybody out here supporting, I can tell it's helping out the players a lot.
Thank you, Emma, as we start this second quarter of play, tied at 7. 3rd and 4, quick pass to the near side, and not going to be able to get a first down will be Luke Middlebrook. He is short of the line to gain, back at the 16-yard line after the pickup of 2. It's 4th down and 2. And Lake Creek, you obviously got to punt this one away.
Yeah, you do. You know what? Sam Cleveland did a great job on that for the Hornets. I mean, they tried to throw a little out route, and they tried to make the run after the catch. Sam Cleveland was there to take him down. Nice play.
So 4th down and 2 for Lake Creek. They'll have to send this one away. Kai Jordan, the southpaw punter. KJ Betts to receive at his own 45. Snap away. Jordan puts the left boot to it, off the side of his foot, and it will go out of bounds in Lake Creek territory. So Huntsville will take the ball in plus territory with 11:14 to go here in the second, tied at 7, and a chance to try and take the lead.
Boy, that is 2 bad punts back-to-back by Lake Creek. The Hornets have to punch one in to make them pay for their mistakes. And, Carlos, they're starting this drive out in great field position.
That was a 33-yard punt out of bounds at the 38 for Lake Creek. And so Huntsville's going to have the ball in the best field position they've probably had all season.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Now they need to take advantage of it.
So we remain tied at 7. Adolph in the offense out there. Rogers to the far side. Lewis and Fisher to the near side. Fisher in the slot. Brown the back with 2 tight ends. Fisher in motion. They'll give it off to Landon Fisher. Nope. Quarterback keeper Zay Adolph bounces off one tackle to the 35 to the 30. Down the near side, 25-20. He's into the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone. Hello, camera guy down there on the field as they take him out. He looks like he's all right. Ken Holland checking on him. But a big Mocha Turnisaw first down for Adolph to the 19.
Yeah, nice play by Adolph. I mean, he takes it himself over the right side, but he's very patient, lets his linemen get their blocks. Nicely done by the O-line. Big first down, Hornets.
Hornets in the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone at the 19-yard line after the big pickup of 19 for number 9. He's in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. He gets the snap. Keeps it again himself to the near side. Slips around 1 tackle to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. We got a flag here at the 11. 2 flags now coming in. We'll see if this stands. For the moment, it's a touchdown for Adolph, but we do have flags down on the field.
Well, we ought to have another flag in the corner of the end zone for a late hit on Adolph.
So hold the phone. We'll see if this stands.
I mean, Adolph has already scored the touchdown and standing out of bounds and gets hammered.
It looks like this is not going to stand here for Huntsville as Adolph made a great move through the gap to take it into the end zone, but 2 flags come in. We got 1 back here at the 25 and another at the 11. 10:55 to go, second quarter, tied at 7. As our refereeing crew still talking this one over to make sure they have this right.
Well, they're still trying to figure it out here about on the 11-yard line.
I think the one back here towards the 25 might be a hold on Trey Williams, but I'm not sure about the flag here at the 11. Here's the call.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the offense. Holding number 62. That penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 55. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced after the 10-yard penalty.
So that's going to be a back-breaking penalty on Huntsville.
That's a 25-yard penalty right there.
Essentially, yeah. Fernando de la Cruz is called for the unnecessary roughness. And then Ian Johnson is called for the holding.
Not smart football right there.
So it's going to be 1st and 25 here for Huntsville, back at their own 36-yard line, and wipes the Adolph touchdown off the board. Gets the snap, fake it to Fisher. Adolph will keep it himself again. Lost the football on the run, and Lake Creek will have it back here at the 24. Recovered by Lake Creek's Cash Gorley.
Well, that's what happens. You don't play disciplined football. Good teams are going to make you pay for it. The offense for the Hornets just coughed it up. Lake Creek gets the ball right back.
So the Hornets take over at their own 38-yard line, and they are able to get into the end zone, but it's called back via penalty. Next play, Adolph fumbles the football, and it goes back to Lake Creek. It'll be Lion football at their own 24-yard line, moving right to left. Tough break for the green and white.
Yeah, that really is a tough break, man, especially when Adolph gets into the end zone.
So here is Zach Colwell in the Lake Creek offense. We stay tied at 7 with 10:48 to go in this second quarter. Colwell in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left as they go right to left across your radio dial. Colwell gets the snap, fakes the handoff, and met in the backfield for the 3rd sack of the night for the Hornets. Sam Cleveland lays the Hartfield Florist sack down.
Boy, what a good play. Sam Cleveland from his linebacker spot on the blitz just drops Colwell. Doesn't know what happened. Big loss on the play. Good defense.
3rd sack for this Hornet defense tonight, and the first of the evening for Zach Cleveland. As Lake Creek will make 1 sub, Dane Doty checks in as Logan Woods heads to the sideline. 2nd and 13 now for Lake Creek. 10-10 to go, second quarter, tied at 7. Colwell in the gun, 2 receivers to each side. Gets the snap. Screen near side, caught by the motion man Doty, but he's going next to nowhere also. Swarming to the ball were the Huntsville Hornets. Kent Dre Cooper having a first half. Drops Doty for a big loss. It'll be 3rd down and long to go at the 18 for the Lions.
You're right, Carlos. This Hornet defense is absolutely swarming to the ball. And, man, this is a 3rd and long coming up here for Lake Creek.
3rd and 16 with 9.5 to go in this second quarter. Tied at 7. And the Hornet defense coming to play here tonight on senior night. From the 18-yard line, Lake Creek needs the 34. Colwell gets the snap. Pressure coming. He'll load it up. Deep down the field looking for Gonzalez, but it's well out of his reach. Incomplete. 4th down. Punt coming up for the Lions.
Well, I tell you what, both defenses are playing some really good football so far in this first half. And I think the Hornets can kind of breathe a sigh of relief. They had a guy open deep. Colwell just couldn't get him the football.
That's on the money. Gonzalez is into the end zone, but the Hornets able to force a 3 and out of Lake Creek. And Kai Jordan on for his 3rd punt of the night. Betts back at his own 45. Right around the same spot we were on the last drive for Lake Creek. Pressure coming. Jordan gets this one off. This one stays in the field of play. Betts will run away from it, and it takes a good Lake Creek roll. And it will be down inside the 20, down to the 18.5-yard line, and that's where the Hornets will have to set up shop. Brian, while we have a pause in the action, let's thank more of our wonderful sponsors.
Well, we want to thank Huntsville Independent School District. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We are building champions, everyone, every day. In Hartfield Florist, personalizing your events since 1957. And Northside Baptist Church, growing people in Christ to reach others for Christ.
So a solid punt there for Kai Jordan. Gets the Hornets down inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Adolph will come in after having fumbled on the last drive. Will look to shake that off and try to lock in for this ensuing drive as he'll go empty set to start this drive for the Hornets. 9:03 to go, second quarter. We stay tied at 7 if you're just tuning in. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right with a tight end offset. Brown in motion. from the slot. They go Brown's way up the far side to the 20, to the 25. He's got Lewis in front of him to the 35 and out of bounds. Trayshawn Brown, his best run of the night, able to take that 118 yards for the Mocha Attorneys at Law, first down to the 37.
Yeah, nice run, Trayshawn Brown, to give the Hornets a lot of breathing room. Picks up a big first down. The Hornets have it on the 37-yard line.
Adolph will stay in the empty set. Caden Lewis, the tight end, offset. 4 up on the line here for Lake Creek. Adolph sends Brown in motion from the left side, fakes it, and he'll take it himself on the option, and not able to get back. Did he get back to the line of scrimmage? Yep, last second push from the O-line. Actually netted him 1 yard. Set up 2nd and 9 at the 38.
Adolph takes it himself over the left side. Previous drive, it worked out really well for him. They ran that play on the right side, punched it in, called back due to penalty, but again, that was over on the left side. Good play there by Lake Creek.
8:21 to go in the second quarter. Tie game. Lake Creek 7, Huntsville 7 in a district matchup that's got lots of implications riding on it, but the Hornets just focused on the task at hand. Just win, baby. 2nd and 9. Adolph from the gun gets the snap. It's a quarterback run around the left side. Not a lot of space. At the last second, able to push it forward to the 40-yard line. He gets 2, but it'll be a big 3rd down and 7 coming up here for the Huntsville Hornets. You know something, Brian? I've noticed Lake Creek has done a good job. They have been doing a good job stopping the run tonight here for Huntsville outside of that 118-yard run by Brown and a couple of runs on the last drive for Adolph. But the passing game has been decent so far tonight here for Huntsville. Their 1 touchdown on the board was a 21-yard strike to Jarius Singletary going in towards the Fieldhouse side. But 3rd down and 7 now for the Hornets at the 40, moving left to right. Trips near side, 1 to the left side. Adolph gets the snap, play fake, feels the pressure, and not able to get it out. Sacked in the backfield, Noah Shiflett. And the Hornets will have to punt it away.
Nice defense there by Lake Creek. Both defenses so far in this first half are playing very good football.
7 minutes left to go in this second quarter, and we stay deadlocked, 7-7. Both teams scoring on their opening drive of the ball game, but have since been stifled by their opposing defense. Kulak will stand at his own 19. McCoy Cudd back at his own 35. Rugby-style punt. Will take a Hornet roll and will be downed by Wesley Heineman at the 44-yard line. And that is where Lake Creek will take over. 6:37 to go in the second, still tied at 7. Brian, let's thank more of our great sponsors who made tonight's broadcast possible.
Wiesner of Huntsville, home of the bottom line at WA Air Conditioning, Heating, and Air Quality, your local HVAC experts. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider. Anamias Collision Center, family owned and operated since 1999.
We'll go to our third member of our crew, Emma, after this next play here from Lake Creek. Get her thoughts on how the game has been looking from her perspective down on the field. Both teams starting out hot, but the defenses have taken over. Short field here for Lake Creek. Right to left they go. Colwell in the gun. Man in motion near side. Fake the give to the motion man on the misdirection play. Handoff Middlebrooks, as he was met at the line of scrimmage, but tumbles forward for a gain of 3 to set up 2nd down and 7 for Lake Creek at the 47.
Yeah, Middlebrook takes a handoff up the middle. Nice play there by Jabari Washington to hit him in the legs and knock him down with that. There a 3-yard gain on the carry.
That's right. Lake Creek getting the instructions from their sideline halfway through this second quarter, still tied at 7. Colwell in the shotgun, Middlebrooks to his left hip, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Colwell gets the snap, he'll run with it. Trying to cut it back over the middle of the field, but the Hornets able to swarm to him. They'll say forward progress was stopped at the current line of scrimmage. Sam Cleveland and Jeremiah Peterson in on the stop, 3rd down and 7 here for Lake Creek.
Well, that front 4 for the defensive line on the Hornets, they are nasty tonight, playing some really good football. They're closing the gaps. Sam Cleveland and company on that run, they are shooting the gap, playing good defense.
Of course, Jeremiah Peterson elevated into the starting role with Caleb Franklin now playing out in the secondary. It's been wreaking havoc tonight. 3rd and 7 from the 47. Lake Creek gets the snap. Colwell, screen pass near side, and it's near a 1st down. I think he's going to be 1 yard short will be Chance Miller. Peyton Mavis made the stop. It's 4th and 1. And Lake Creek, I think they're going to opt to go for this one here.
I think you're right. The offense is still out on the field. Big play coming up for the Hornet defense right here.
4:55 to go in this second quarter. We stay tied at 7. Lake Creek will roll the dice. 4th and 1 at the 47-yard line. They need the 46. Colwell in the gun with 3 receivers. Tries to draw Huntsville off sides. Nobody moves, but Lake Creek moved.
False start. Offense. Number 85. 5-yard penalty.
Well, that's going to change everything now.
That'll be on Dakota Clark, and here come the special teamers for Lake Creek. So, Lake Creek tried to draw Huntsville off sides. A little movement from Huntsville, but not enough to draw a flag. Enough movement on Lake Creek's side to draw a flag, and Kai Jordan will come out to punt it away.
Yeah, nice discipline right there, not to jump off sides on that fake snap. Good defense, good discipline.
Jordan to punt for his 4th time tonight. Betts back at his own 10. Snap is away. Jordan puts the boot to it off the side of his foot and will go out of bounds. We'll see where it tumbled out. And that's where Huntsville will take over. They will spot it at the 18. Let's go to the 3rd member of our crew, Emma Sims. Well, Emma, we were deadlocked in what we were thinking to be an offensive showcase, but the defenses have taken over.
Can't hear nothing on yours.
You gotta love what you're seeing out of the Hornet defense. What does the offense need to do here to try and shake things up a little bit?
I mean, the offense is going to need to step it up a little bit here and just keep their D-line back and just make sure that Zay has a route. They just need to clean it up a little bit and get stronger and just keep that line back.
Thank you, Emma, down on the sidelines. She'll talk to head coach Todd Mabus going into halftime here in just a little bit. We got 4:15 to go in the second. Tied at 7. Huntsville trying to score before halftime. Adolph gets the snap on 1st down from the 18. It's Trayshawn Brown making it a couple of nice cutback moves. And a good run of 3 up to the 21-yard line to bring up 2nd and 7 for number 5.
Nice tough run by Trayshawn Brown. Kind of over in the B gap on the right side. Picks up those 3 yards. But with 3:50 left in the first half, Carlos, they need to make their way downfield a little bit quicker.
Hornets do have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute timeout at their disposal. They also have the ball to start the second half. Adolph in the gun, 2 receivers left, gets the snap. Another run with Brown, trying to cut it to the left side, but not able to get away from the would-be tacklers of Lake Creek. Getting to him first, Nico Kinsala. Drops him for a loss of 1. It's 3rd down and 8 now for Huntsville at their own 20.
Boy, Kinsala had Brown by the foot and was not about to let go.
Well, let's do a line change here of receivers. Bring KJ Betts and Landon Fisher into the game here on the near side. Rogers will be one-on-one on the far side with Cash Gorley. Actually, now they'll shift Fisher and Ty Harrison to the far side to form a triple package. Play clock at 4. Adolph gets a low snap. Forced to just try and run with it. And not able to get much forward momentum as the snap was low. It's a loss of 2. 4th down and 10. And Huntsville will have to punt it away. It's the defense for Lake Creek and the defense for Huntsville. They have been making their names tonight.
Yeah, they really have. But going back to the previous play, that was a bad snap. Adolph had to pick it up off the ground. And I think that kind of just threw off the timing of everything. Not a good play there for the Hornets.
So Caleb Kulak on to punt it away. McCoy cut back deep to receive at his own 40. Kulak, a high snap, but got it. Rugby style line drive kick. That will take a little bit more of a roll, but it will land in Lake Creek territory at the 44-yard line. And that is where Lake Creek will take over with 1:58 to go in this second quarter. 2-minute timeout on the field, tied at 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
License number TACLB 122475E. Your heating system is hibernating. Will it start when you need it or struggle with horrible smells? WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality will clean and inspect your system inside and out, providing recommendations for worry-free heat when you need it. Winter is coming. WA Air Conditioning, Heating, and Air Quality, trained experts, a background check for your protection. Schedule fall maintenance now at WAAirconditioning.com.
Two-minute timeout on the field here in this second quarter of play. Tie game, Lake Creek 7, Huntsville 7. With Brian Adams and Emma Sims, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Coming up on the Northside Baptist Church halftime report, we'll have analysis of this first half of play. Our good friend from Northside, Travis Lee, will join us once again. He joined us in our first home game of the year, and he'll join me and Brian here at the halftime break. We'll also have a special edition of Hornets Nest with our good friend Shannon Hollis from Huntsville ISD. A look into the second half for halftime adjustments for Huntsville and the high school football scoreboard. All that and more coming up on the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. Minute 58 to go, second quarter. Tied at 7. Lake Creek's got the ball in plus territory at the Hornet 44. Colwell in the gun, gets a high snap, hands it off Middlebrook, running this to the left side, but a great open field tackle by Brent Carroll drops Middlebrook for a loss of 1.
Man, that is a great play by Carroll. Comes in from his safety spot, drops Middlebrook for a yard loss. Nicely done.
Second and 11 now for Lake Creek from the 45. Colwell passes, screen near side, but not much room to go for Doty. Caden Mavis, along with Caleb Franklin on the stop. They get it back to the original line of scrimmage. Third down and 10 for Lake Creek at the 44. They got all 3 timeouts, but Pat Kennedy not willing to use them just yet.
Minute left in the first half.
Third and 10 from the 44 with a minute to go. Tied at 7. Colwell gets the shotgun snap. Blitz coming. Colwell loads up. Got a man open. And out of bounds around the 31-yard line. That's Chance Miller. Enough for a first down on a gain of 13.
Nice catch by Miller on the far side. Runs a little flag route. Colwell hit him perfectly. Got another first down, and they're getting close into field goal territory. 48 seconds left.
Colwell line up again in the gun. 2 receivers to each sideline here with 1 back, Middlebrook. 3-man front for the Hornets as Colwell awaits the snap. He's got it. Pressure now bearing down on Colwell. Colwell running out of time. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 45-yard line, Jarius Singletary for the Hartfield Flora sack. Lake Creek wants a face mask. They're not going to get it. Big time play for number 28.
What a play. Jarius Singletary just took him out of field goal position. What a huge sack.
Timeout.
Timeout taken by Lake Creek. 35 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Well, I tell you what, Carlos, both teams are playing really nasty defense here in the first half.
Indeed they are. That loss, by the way, is a loss of 15, so it's going to be 1st and 25 for Lake Creek on this next play that they're going to roll out there. Man, Brian, that's 4 sacks for the Hornet defense. Something that has come in spurts this year for Huntsville. For a long time, they would get on the edge of getting that sack, but then they're able to get the ball out at the last second. Tonight, the defense has been able to make pressure on the quarterback, Colwell.
Yeah, and they look, as the season's progressed, the defense has gotten more aggressive. And they're tackling so much better. You see Brent Carroll, he is putting on a tackling clinic tonight. Wrapping up, bringing them down on the spot. Man, this is good stuff.
They add 2 seconds to the clock. It's going to be 2nd and 25 here for Lake Creek. Back at their own 46, which is 2 yards behind where the drive started. That's how far back Singletary was able to get to Colwell on the 4th sack of the night for the Hornet defense. Colwell line up in the shotgun again and spread. 2 receivers to each side. Middlebrook the back. 3-man front for the Hornets on 2nd and 25. Colwell claps, gets the snap, wanting to pass. Pressure coming again. Colwell just lays this one up, and it's out of bounds. On the far side, incomplete. Boy, when you feel the pressure from Isaiah Lewis, you want to get that ball out in a hurry. It's 3rd and 25 for Lake Creek.
Yeah, you do. You see Colwell, he drops back, and he's got Bradford, and he's got all kind of guys in his face, throws it away. Secondary for the Hornets. They cannot afford to let one of these wideouts get behind them. with 35 seconds left here in the first half.
Lake Creek would need the 21 of Huntsville for a new set of downs. 35 seconds to go, second quarter. We are tied at 7. Colwell gets the play. Play clock, though, is going to be down to 7. Lake Creek does have 2 timeouts left. Colwell claps with 1 on the play clock. Nope. Timeout.
Timeout. Lake Creek. Second charge timeout.
Well, that was close because another half a second, that'd have been a penalty.
So timeout taken by Lake Creek. We'll take it with them for 30 seconds. Back after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
This is B.J. McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe Sunday is a game day for your faith. We start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship. Then both at 9:30 and at 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend contemporary worship. 2 time slots with the same great options. Don't forget about Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30 Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. If you don't already have a church home, we want to invite you to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em Hornets.
4 out of 3,500 students at the Educators Rising National.
3rd and 25 coming up here for the Lake Creek Lions with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. We are tied at 7 in what has been a defensive showcase, to say the least, after the opening drive saw scores for both teams. Both defenses have started to feel out the offense, so you got to think it's going to be what defense gives first. And so far tonight, neither has budged, and Huntsville's defense looking good right now. A sack on this drive has forced Lake Creek back at their own, or rather at the Huntsville 46-yard line. 3rd and 25 for Colwell as he gets the shotgun snap. They'll hand it off to Middlebrook, and he's got some running room, but really a touchdown-saving tackle made at the 38-yard line as Middlebrook picks up 8. 4th down and 17 for Lake Creek. This would be a 55-yard try from here, and I wonder if Pat Kennedy is content to let this one go to the locker room, or will he call a timeout for the last play? I think that's exactly what he's going to do. He calls timeout with 8 seconds left.
Well, Middlebrook takes the handoff up the middle from Colwell.
3rd and final timeout of the first half.
Picks up some good yardage, got him into the center of the field there, but now what? Now they're going to probably, I'd say, go for the end zone at least once.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to have to do.
Please place 10 seconds. 10 seconds on the clock. Thank you.
So they'll add 2 seconds to the clock. 10 seconds. So it's 4th down for Lake Creek, so you have to get a play that gets beyond the 21-yard line, or else it's a turnover on downs.
And you don't have a whole lot of time to run, but maybe 2 plays total.
And you need 1, and you got to eat up 17 yards.
Exactly. Yep.
So a tall task in front of Lake Creek here as they get ready for halftime, as do Huntsville. Emma Sims will have a word with Todd Mabus going into the locker room here momentarily. Get his thoughts on what has been a very good football game so far tonight if you are a fan of defense.
No doubt about it. Both defenses are doing an amazing job here tonight, keeping the offenses off the field, really, so. But somehow, some way, that has got to change.
So Lake Creek will come out. It's 4th down and 17 at their 38-yard line. Need the 21 to move the sticks. 38 yards for a touchdown. 3-man front for the Hornets as Colwell gets a shotgun snap. He'll drop back, pumps, now loads up, looking for the end zone. Doesn't have anybody there, and it's intercepted in the end zone by Brent Carroll. And that's how the half comes to an end. No flags, and an incredible first half for the Hornet defense, punctuated by that interception on senior night for number 6.
And you know what? What a great interception by Brent Carroll, but the fact that they get the ball back to start the third quarter, that right there ought to carry that momentum over into the second half.
Absolutely it will. So we're at halftime here in Huntsville, tied at 7 between Lake Creek and Huntsville. Let's take you down to the field. Emma Sims is standing by with Todd Mabus. Emma, over to you.
All right, Coach. The first half, the defense has been looking great. What have you been liking out of them so far?
I think we're playing fast, and we made some big plays. I mean, the unfortunate 4th down situation on the first drive is, kind of the only little blunder. Got a new personnel in there, so we've, talked to make sure that we're all on the same page. But we got to keep playing that way.
And then run game has been slow so far. How do you adjust that coming out of the halftime?
I mean, they're getting a lot of guys in the box, and I mean, they're doing a good job of tackling our guys one-on-one, and we got to be able to make them miss. But we got to continue to establish the running game and believe in it.
Thank you, Coach.
Emma Sims down on the sideline here tonight. Talking with head coach Todd Mabus. We're tied at 7 going into halftime. The Northside Baptist Church halftime report is next on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Nelson Amaya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you for your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson Amaya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville has immediate openings for service technicians, body shop, and sales consultants. Service technicians that are ASE certified are preferred but not required. Looking for a great career? Wiesner Huntsville is looking for service technicians, body shop, and sales consultants, and complete benefits are included. So go by today and apply. Take exit 116 on I-45 North and go past 11th Street in Huntsville. Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville is hiring.
Your brand is your business. Shop local with Advantage Specialties, where you will get service with a personal touch. Hello, I'm Stephanie Pitts, owner and operator of Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties offers screen printing and embroidery on site. Let Advantage Specialties get you ready for your next event with cups, apparel, caps, pins, and everything else you could need. Go to AdvantageSpecialties.com or call our team at 936-291-3222 to start that order now. Sting 'em Hornets!
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights, we switch TV channels. You can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Diana K. Barnes, right here in Huntsville, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Diana and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. Just give her a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
License number TACLB 122475E.
When your heating goes out, it's an emergency. WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality provides emergency service even on weekends and holidays. A certified technician will provide an honest evaluation and get your heating system back online. WA's local trained experts are background checked for your protection. Should a new system be required, WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality offers long-last, reliable RUD systems and flexible payment options. Schedule service online now at WAAirconditioning.com.
Nelson Amaya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you for your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson Amaya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
This is the Huntsville Hornets High School Football Halftime Report, sponsored by Northside Baptist Church. Here's Carlos Zimmermann, Brian Adams, and Emma Sims.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. We are at halftime here in Huntsville. Welcome to the Northside Baptist Church Halftime Report, as I'm Carlos Zimmermann alongside Brian Adams, and joining us here for our halftime break, our good buddy from Northside, youth pastor Travis Lee. Travis, how are you, my good man?
Oh, I'm doing well. I'm a little tense after 7-7, but we'll be good by the end of this.
Oh yes, we will. I mean, let's just talk about it as we do here in this opening segment. Defense.
Oh, yeah.
After the opening drive for both teams, both of them score, and then the defense just felt each other out, and it's been back and forth. And I said right there going into halftime, it's going to be what defense budges first, and so far it looks like neither one will budge.
I would agree. I think on their side, obviously they're a very talented team, so good for them. That's great. Our side, they got a cheap touchdown. It was a miscommunication somewhere, and they fixed that, obviously, because since then it's been a lockdown situation.
Well, Travis, since you're on the sideline, what's the attitude of the guys down there in this defensive struggle we have so far in the first half?
Yeah, I think all the guys everybody is feeling great about defense. Everybody is feeling like we trust the defense. We're not worried when they go back out there, and we all feel like it's just a matter of time before we break something big. So it's been a little disappointing, obviously, having not gotten that yet. But I think they're sitting here thinking, we're wearing them down, we're wearing them out. So that is the mentality. It is very calm, very collected, which is unique. I think this year has been a very emotional ride for the team, and today it seems very cerebral.
Which is something, honestly, it could be a good thing at the end of the day, just to be able to have it in your mind. That could be a good thing. It is a good thing.
No, it is, yeah. And it was in the pregame, one of the coaches was talking about having a still mind and an active body. Said have clarity, keep your mind calm, keep your mind focused, because that'll allow you to explode physically and do your job. But if your mind is chaos, your body won't function right. And so it was just this very interesting, the coach nailed it and the kids responded, which is amazing, right? That's what you hope for in a team.
Well, and, you look at this ball game, there's a lot of, implications riding on it, obviously. Huntsville, at the end of the day, they're poised to try and go make a playoff run, and this game has a big reason behind that. But I think what I've noticed out of the guys when I saw them at practice this week could be the furthest thing from their mind.
I'm sure they know it, but nobody has said it. And that's, everybody says one game at a time, we only care about this game. But in the back of my mind, obviously, the scenarios, especially when you get near the end of the season. Like Montgomery and P&G, they've got the 1 and 2 seed with all the tie breaks and everything. Those are pretty much solidified. So it's a race for 3 and 4, and I think everybody kind of knows that. But the 3 seed is much more favorable, and so tonight becomes very important. And they realize that, but they're not letting the pressure get to them, which is cool.
Travis, what do you think the offense needs to do to turn this thing around from a defensive game to an offensive game?
Well, credit to Lake Creek, because what they pretty much said is as long as we stop number 5, we have a chance. And mostly true. We have weapons everywhere, but obviously we haven't had the success on the ground like we typically do yet. But, again, that is a matter of time, because Trayshawn is the biggest, fastest running back in the district as far as I'm concerned, talented beyond all measure, and bright future, and he's patient, right? He will grind out. He will wear him out. He will hit him, and then once they break a little bit, he'll find that crease, and he'll have an 80-yard touchdown in 4.6 seconds, because that's how fast he runs it, right? Whatever it is. So, and that's just it's a waiting game. Once they can break through that line that one time, it will probably become very, very quick, and it will snowball for us very fast. It'll be great. And credit to the coaches. I've been fortunate to be in their halftime adjustments and kind of hearing how we have some of the smartest coaches that I think I've ever interacted. And I'm not a football guy necessarily, but I've been around a lot of coaches. These coaches get it, and so there's going to be great adjustments, and we're going to see some pretty important adjustment or changes in how we attack. It's going to come out good.
Talking with Travis Lee from Northside Baptist Church here on the Northside Baptist Church Halftime Report. One more touch on the football talk before we pivot. Zay has that fumble down here on one end, but then he's able to flush it very quick. That says so much about his poise and obviously his love of the game, but also knowing that you got to be able to push that out there. Just what have you seen from him on the sideline and out on the field tonight?
Zay, for anybody that has not gotten to interact with that young man, is one of the most impressive individuals at a young age that I've ever been around. We're talking about a kid that is 14, 15 years old who has got an entire town laying their expectations on his shoulders. He's not immune to knowing that. He understands what people are thinking and what people are seeing. And to come in with such maturity and such calm demeanor, he does not allow things to rattle him. It is incredible. So for anybody listening on the radio who ever gets an opportunity to interact with that young man, you are in for a treat because he is impressive.
Yes, you are.
You know what? We had Zay on the coach's show on Monday night, and to your point, He is very impressive, very smart, very football smart, very speaks for just eloquently. I mean, just a great guy.
Well, and leadership.
Yes.
Leadership is an underrated aspect of who he is. People follow him.
Right.
And that's, to be a leader, you have to have a follower, right? So he has got that. He's a part of our mentorship program at the high school, and it's just so impressive to see him in all aspects. That's who he is. It's not a front. It's not a 48-minute disguise. It's just his lifestyle. So, you know, he will end up playing in college somewhere if that's what he chooses to do, which I think it is what he's choosing to do. And some college coach is going to fall into love with that young man.
There's a lot of guys on this team that are going to definitely have a bright future at the collegiate level, Zay being absolutely one of them. Travis, one thing that stood out to me this week, you know, they have a word of the week every single week, this team does. And this week, Coach Goree has said the word was fear, and primarily fear of the unknown. You know, from a spiritual standpoint, you being, you know, a man of God, and just how does that tie together, especially from a football standpoint, when it comes to fear of the unknown with your spiritual life with the Lord?
Oh, absolutely. So I get to do the devotions with the team each week, so sub-varsity and varsity on Fridays. And so I always pair it with the word of the week and kind of come from the spiritual side of it. And what we talked about was fear is a reality that every single person will experience. And fear is an acknowledgement that what you're going through or what you're about to go through, you may or may not be suitable and equipped to make through on your own. That's what fear is, right? You're essentially saying, I don't know, and so I'm not sure. And so we talked about how that is a reality for every person, but from the biblical side of things, we talked about Jesus calming the storm and how the disciples are fishermen. They live on a boat. Like, these are the most equipped people to handle a storm on a lake. And they're sitting there saying, we're going to die. It's the end of it. So no matter how gifted you are, no matter how strong you are, there will be a situation where you will say, I can't do this alone. But the great thing when you know Jesus is he's in your boat. He's never alone. And he's never surprised by the storm. And that's what we told these boys is you are not alone. And the storm is not a surprise. And you've got somebody with the authority over your storm, your personal storm, whatever that looks like, at home, in the classroom, on the field, period. There's somebody who's got authority over that, who is on your side, who is there for you, and does not abandon you. And so it was a really, it was neat to have that conversation with some young men who are going through so many things. Football is just a part of their life. That's the, you know, they are students. They are brothers, they are sons, they are employees, they're everything, right? And we see them on Friday night on a football field, but they've got a 360-degree life, and Jesus is a 360-degree Savior.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
But you know what? You guys do so much for this program, for the school, you know, not only the football program, just the whole student athletes, you know, as a whole. One of the coolest things you guys do is the towel scrimmage. You do it every year. We talked about it last time you were in the booth. Kind of expound on that a little bit and what that means to Northside.
Well, and I walked in, and this has been a long-running tradition that Reagan and Bob and everybody's been doing for much longer than I have. But it was cool to walk into it and see. So we get watermelons every year for the towel scrimmage. And so after their scrimmage is done, we slice up watermelons, kind of like Fruit Ninja, go crazy with it. If you ever get the opportunity to watch Bob slice watermelons, it's the wildest thing. And then we just get to hang out with the guys. Hand it to them, just tell them we love them, thank them for, putting in the effort. Because at that point, their practices are 110 degrees and ridiculous. I mean, just unhealthy hot kind of thing, right?
Right.
So we want to bring a little refreshment to them. We want to bring a little joy to them. And so that's just one way we get to help. We also, Clint at Wiesner does the meal for them every home game, and Northside hosts that. So Clint cooks, the Wiesner kind of provides it, and Northside says, you can use our space. We love that. We get the opportunity to have them there for their banquet every year. And the deal is we have so many resources. We've been blessed, and our congregation says we want to give back to our community. And one of the best ways we can give back to our community is through our local schools. And so the athletics department is a big part of that.
And, I can say as a member and just getting to work with you in the student department, you guys have just done an incredible job just supporting these students and this community. And just it's such a blessing to come in every Sunday and Wednesday and just feel the love from everybody in that building.
Well, and that comes from the top, comes from Reagan saying this is a priority because I see it biblically. But it also comes from an entire congregation saying this is what we care about. We want to love people well. And so I get the blessing to be the person that gets to go and do a lot of it, but it's only through the generosity of the church. It's only through the generosity of our people and through the openness of our leadership to say, Travis, you can be out of the office as much as you are because we love what you're able to do.
You know what I think is so cool about what you guys do, not to kind of back up or anything like that, but when y'all do the towel scrimmage, Clint Mack, I mean, you guys are such good people, but huge supporters in this community. The neat thing about the towel scrimmage is when you're handing out the watermelons and the waters and everything else, everybody's congregated together. Players, parents, brothers, sisters, family, friends.
Yeah.
And we're all getting in there like one big family.
It's great.
That is so cool.
It is. The first year, it was overwhelming for me. We were at, I was just I didn't know anybody at that point. I'd been on staff for like 3 weeks or something. And so it was like, oh my goodness, all these people. The second year, I was like, oh, I actually know some of these. This year, I'll tell you, like, there was not a face where I didn't at least have some form of connection. And it was awesome for me. I love to love people. That's kind of my joy. And so knowing and getting like the smiling faces and being able to connect, and then parents associating me with their son, and then brothers and sisters being like, oh yeah, I don't strive to be popular, but I love being known for the sake that now I can love, right? If I am known, that means I get to love. And so it was really cool for me to have a platform to be able to love on our community like that. So awesome.
That is awesome, man.
Well, Travis, we appreciate your time as always. Before we let you go, where can people find Northside online and social media and, of course, on service times on Sunday and Wednesday?
Absolutely. So nbchuntsville.com, that's our website. You can find pretty much any information you want. Bob did a fantastic job putting that together. It is top of the line. So if you go to our website, you'll see everything. We've got Facebook, Instagram. I'm the worst millennial ever. I couldn't tell you our handles, but if you search up Northside, it'll probably be the first one that pops up. So we have one service on Sunday mornings at 10:50, so we all worship together. We do have a Bible study hour at 9:30 where we do adult Bible studies, we do youth, we do children's ministry, lots of different things going on. We have a young adults pastor who's phenomenal, so a lot of college students who are able to engage that way. And then we're on 980. So I always tell people, if you get on 980 from Huntsville, just keep driving. And if you think you missed it, you haven't seen the cross yet, you haven't missed it.
That's
I
right.
promise. Just turn left when you see the cross if you come from Huntsville.
You can't miss that cross whatsoever. Talking with Travis Lee here on the Northside Baptist Church. Travis, appreciate you, my friend, as always. As go have fun there in the second half and hopefully see the green and white on top at the end of this one.
Hey, senior night. I'm going to plug this. I'm not going to take up any more of your time, but what a blessing our senior class is.
Absolutely.
From a leadership standpoint, from just a personality standpoint. This is the first, when I first got here, they were freshmen, just roasting people in freshman football. And it has been really cool because this is 4 years of these guys, and I can truly say they're some of the coolest, greatest human beings that are going to go out into the world and do great things. And so it's been a blessing for me to get to invest in them, get to know them, and it will be a very sad moment, but a very proud moment when they graduate in May. So congratulations, seniors. If you listen to this, parents, good job with your sons. You've done an amazing job with those young men.
Amen, brother. Thank you for doing that. As we now step aside and take a break here on the Northside Baptist Church Halftime Report, Hornets Nest is next on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
campuses have been spreading awareness of bullying and cyberbullying with strong messages against bullying of any kind. Everyone is going through something every day, so please let's always remember to be kind to one another. Red Ribbon Week is scheduled for next week, a designated week this school year where we stress the importance of making wise and healthy choices, saying no to drugs, alcohol, and other unhealthy and harmful activities. Campuses will be having crazy dress-up days and fun lessons to reinforce the messages. Be sure you know what your campus dress-up days are by checking the principal's weekly messages or their social media pages. You can join Huntsville IST as we commit to saying no to drugs, alcohol, and bullying of any kind. Just be kind with us and make good choices to help take care of yourselves and others. It's the Hornet way. We're wrapping up National Principals Month. Our principals were showered earlier this week with some awesome gifts and goodies from some very generous and wonderful supporters and partners. We sure appreciate the sweet donations. It doesn't take much to show support for our amazing campus leaders. Each day, they lead with vision, heart, and dedication, guiding their teams, supporting their students, building relationships, and creating an environment where everyone can succeed. They are the anchors, the motivators, and the examples of what true leadership looks like. Our district is stronger because of the way our principals lead together. Teamwork makes the dream work. We appreciate our principals this month and every month for all they do to help make our schools thrive. Many thanks to Huntsville High School principals Robert Gilbert, Mance Park Middle School principal Don Jackson, Huntsville Elementary Principal Natalie Barrett, Scott Johnson Elementary Principal Jennifer Barnes, Samuel Walker Houston Elementary Principal Eric Burns, and Stewart Elementary's Principal Ashley Fissler. Parents, please be sure to log into your Skyward Family Access Center parent portal if you haven't already and complete the comprehensive form you'll find there for each of your HISD students. The data received from these forms is extremely important as it relates to our providing school meals as well as medical care and counseling when your child is at school and even whether or not they can participate in certain clubs and organizations. We need a completed form back for every student enrolled in HISD, so please help us with this important matter. We appreciate you. Tonight is senior night. During pregame activities, we celebrated our seniors who are involved in game day. Hornet Friday Night Lights sure wouldn't be as special without these great kiddos, our leaders on the field. We also got to watch our little stingers from the cheer clinic with the big cheer team. That's always so special to watch. And tonight is also CTE night, Huntsville ISD's Career and Technical Education Program Showcase. The CTE folks have been sharing great information about our CTE programs and all the wonderful opportunities available for students in our CTE courses and programs. Next Friday night, October the 31st, is Halloween, and varsity football will be at home again hosting Nederland. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. right here at Huntsville ISD Stadium. Grab your tickets online next week and then come help us pack the stands to cheer loud for the Hornets. It'll also be the blackout game, so wear your black, but no Halloween costumes or masks will be allowed. Please remember our regular stadium expectations as well. All elementary students and children younger must be accompanied by an adult to enter the game and should remain with an adult throughout the game. All green chairback seats are reserved. These seats are not for general admission ticket purchasers. Please be sure you are sitting in the correct section and in the correct seats for your tickets. Parking for home fans is in Lot A on Martin Luther King Drive. Overflow is across the street at Huntsville Elementary School or down the way at Transportation. The lot behind the Hawkins Administration Building is now a reserved lot for authorized personnel only, as well as a limited number of handicap spaces. A parking pass or placard is required to enter Lot A. Thank you. For all athletic information, visit the Hornet Athletics website at hornetnation.info. There you will find team rosters, schedules, scores, ticket links, and more. Sting 'em, Hornets. We are Huntsville. One team, one vision. As one of the largest employers in this community, Huntsville ISD provides a competitive compensation plan with 9 years of consistent raises as well as great benefit options for our employees. Come build champions with us. We have some employment opportunities available across the district now. Would you drive our champions? We sure could use some bus drivers. And we always need substitutes. We have teaching and support positions available too. We invite you to apply online today and then come join the Hornet team and build champions with us. There are a number of fall festivals and other events taking place this weekend. However, due to the possibility of inclement weather, some have been canceled. Be sure to know what's happening for your kiddos by frequently monitoring your school emails and social media posts for all the most up-to-date information. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We are building champions, everyone, every day. We hope you enjoy listening to the rest of tonight's game here on KSAM. Good luck, Hornets. Let's ding 'em.
Halftime is a time of rest and refueling. Time to reflect and get ready for what is coming. Friends, Sundays are a great halftime for your life. The last week is behind you, and Sunday is a fresh start to a new week. It's to be a day of rest, a day to recharge. We believe there's no better place to do this than Northside Baptist Church. I invite you to come see us soon. I believe you'll be recharged and replenished as we worship God together. Come to the cross. We'll show you the Savior. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening?
This has been the Northside Baptist Church Huntsville Hornets halftime report. Stay tuned for more Huntsville High School football on KSAM.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. You can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Diana K. Barnes, right here in Huntsville, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Diana and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. Just give her a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hornets High School football on your home for the Hornets, KSAM.
Back here at Huntsville ISD Stadium on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, as the Huntsville Hornet Military Marching Band is still down on the field for the folks here at Huntsville ISD Stadium. We thank y'all so much for joining us here this evening as we have closed out the Northside Baptist Church halftime report, and we're going to get into the second half here momentarily once the band exits the field. BA, some halftime adjustments here for the Hornets. We're tied at 7, a defensive showcase. Hornet offense gets the ball first to start the second half. What do they got to do to come away with a win?
Yeah, it's definitely been a defensive ball game so far. I think second half, the offense really needs to establish the running game, and that's going to happen with the O-line open up, getting some blocks and letting Trayshawn Brown and company get some of those lanes, some of those edges. And if they can get the running game open, that's going to open up the passing game for Adolph and company. And I tell you what, it's going to break in the second half. It's just which team is going to take advantage of the first team's mistakes, because in the second half, it is going to break loose.
As we are still waiting for the start of this second half of play, BA gives us an opportunity to take a look at the high school football scoreboard as well, and let's take a look around the district. Of course, I mentioned last night Montgomery took care of West Fork 52-0. As of right now, Dayton is up 20-0 on Splendora. They're getting ready to close in on halftime. Actually, they just went to halftime. P&G and Nederland in Mid-County Madness, the Bum Phillips Bowl. It's the Indians with a 21-10 lead at Nederland so far this evening. Looking around in the adjacent district, in District 7, Mount Pleasant beat Jacksonville last night 53-3. As the band exits the field and the Hornet football team enters the field, not often we see that very often here at Huntsville ISD Stadium. The other game we had our eye on tonight was Marshall and Nacogdoches. Marshall with a 14-0 lead on the Dragons right now, 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. If Marshall beats Nacogdoches tonight, Marshall moves up into that second spot, a potential matchup for Huntsville in the first round, making the trip to Marshall, obviously with a lot of dominoes still to fall here this season. As that is your look at the high school football scoreboard. Both teams now back out there on the field as we get ready for the start of this second half in a deadlock game, 7-7. Brian, we've seen Lake Creek. This is the fourth time you and I have had the call for Huntsville versus Lake Creek had the call the last time Huntsville won in 2022, a nail-biting win here at home. Well, looks like we're in store for another one of those here tonight.
You know what? That just seems to be district play the Hornets are in. You know, every district game they are involved in, it is a wild game, and it doesn't matter who it is. You know, tonight it just happens to be Lake Creek. But, you know, the Hornets are going to get the ball to start the second half, and offensively they need a spark, and hopefully Zay Adolph and company can march down the field, punch one in, get that momentum going here in the second half.
Actually, I'm going to make a quick correction here real quick. It's actually been since 2021 that Huntsville
Mic check.
has beaten Lake Creek. I just got that word in here into my ear. Huntsville last beat Lake Creek in 2021, a 40-28 win for Huntsville. You back up to 2022, that was Lake Creek winning 46-6. You go to 2023, they got the win, a nail-biter, 27-20. And then, of course, last year's matchup, which was a grinder down in Montgomery, winning 29-24. Last two ball games in this district alignment, it's been nutty for both of these teams. So Huntsville trying to get that first win in 4 years on Lake Creek, and of course send these seniors out on a biggest of notes on their senior night as we are ready to start the Amaya's third quarter of play. KJ Betts is going to be back deep to receive. Let's see if Lake Creek tries some trickeration here. Huntsville ready to pounce on it if it is indeed the case in a tie game, 7-7. Kick away will be deep. Betts back on it. Lets it sail out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good poise there by the sophomore. And the Hornets will take it out. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line, moving left to right to start our second half.
Well, as the team went in at halftime, you could see the confidence level, and you heard Coach Mabus with Emma right before halftime. You know, they're going to make those adjustments offensively. I'd look for a little bit more passing here in this third quarter.
So Huntsville's going to have the ball moving left to right, and that's going to bode well for them down the line if the kicking game comes into play, because that wind you see at the top of the goalpost here, BA, it is whipping at about 15 miles an hour with the rain that we are expecting here in the Huntsville area tomorrow. So we'll see if that plays a factor, but right now the offense got to shake things up here. Tied at 7 as we start the third. 1st and 10 from the 25, Adolph in the gun with Brown the back, gets the snap, play fake, screen pass near side, caught by Lewis off the turf. Lewis is still pirouetting and stretching to the 29-yard line. Able to get 4 after he was met initially at the line of scrimmage, just spun around like a top. 2nd and 6.
Marcus Lewis takes the hits pass on the near side down here. As Carlos just mentioned, he spun around about 3 times to pick up the yardage he did after the catch. Nice effort.
Brian, what's a hitch patch?
I'm not sure what a hitch patch is.
Oh, I love it. We are not immune to, the turf words, if you will, instead of turf monsters. Here we go. 2nd and 6. It's a handoff, run into the right. Trayshawn Brown not able to get any forward momentum as he is down at the current line of scrimmage at the 29. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for Huntsville.
Well, this is a big 3rd down, Carlos. You know, this will establish kind of the offense here to start the second half. They've got to convert right here. You don't want to punt the ball away and give Lake Creek an opportunity.
10:54 to go in the Amaya's third quarter, tied at 7 between Lake Creek and Huntsville. Adolph will line up here in the pistol. Singletary in as the tight end, offset to the left of Williams. Hard count. Lake Creek does not bite. 2 receivers to the far side. Lewis in the slot, Rogers out wide. Fisher one-on-one here to the near side. Play clock down to 1, and Todd Mabus is forced to burn a timeout.
Timeout, Huntsville.
So we'll take it with him on a University Heights Baptist Church timeout on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
This is BJ McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe Sunday is game day for your faith. We start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship. Then both at 9:30 and at 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend contemporary worship. 2 time slots with the same great options. Don't forget about Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30 Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. If you don't already have a church home, we want to invite you to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em Hornets.
Tied at 7 with 10:31 to go in the Amaya's third quarter of play from the Frank's Taco Station and Cafe broadcast booth. I'm Carlos Zimmermann with Brian Adams and Emma Sims. 3rd down and 6 for the Hornets. 29-yard line moving left to right. Need the 35 to keep the drive going. Adolph gets the snap. Blitz coming for Lake Creek. Adolph running out of time. Trying to slip around would-be tackler. Still on his feet. Hurdles a man. Trying to make something out of nothing, but runs out of real estate. He's down to the 32 as he loses 3. Gains 3, rather. All receivers were covered up. It's 4th and 3, and Kulak will have to punt it away.
Well, again, nice defense there by Lake Creek. As you just mentioned, the DBs had all the wideouts covered downfield. Zay Adolph had nowhere to go with the ball. Takes it himself, does the best he can. Picks up a couple, but still forced to punt the ball away.
Inside 10 minutes to play here in the 3rd, and we remain tied at 7 as Huntsville's first possession of the half goes awry. Chance for Lake Creek as they'll have one back to receive. McCoy Cudd. Kulak awaits the snap, picks it up off the turf. Kick that will take a Huntsville roll, but now starting to leak Lake Creek's way, and it's down at the 43. So good field position here for Lake Creek with 9.5 to play in the 3rd, tied at 7. Brian, let's thank more of our wonderful sponsors who made tonight possible.
Absolutely. We want to thank Huntsville Independent School District. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We are building champions, everyone, every day. And Mocha Mocha Attorneys at Law for your estate planning, real estate, or business law needs. Call Mocha Mocha Attorneys at Law, serving Huntsville since 1971.
So here's Lake Creek's offense. 1st and 10 from the 43, moving right to left. Zach Colwell in the gun. One back with him and 3 receivers. Gets the snap, and he'll run it with Middlebrook. Around the right side, slips out of one tackle, but stopped. The 48-yard line. Middlebrook picks up 5 for 2nd and 5.
Nice run by Middlebrook over on the far side between the guard and tackle gap, just dragging Hornets along. Picks up those 5 yards. Not a bad run to start the second half.
Middlebrook's had some decent runs on him tonight. Had a 23-yard run earlier in the first half. His longest of the ball game, longest for either side. 2nd and 5. 9 minutes to go, 3rd quarter tied at 7. Colwell gets the shotgun snap, back to Middlebrook they go, running to the right side, but met by Sam Cleveland and Brent Carroll. He gets 1 with forward progress to the 49, and a quick 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Lions.
Boy, what a play by Sam Cleveland. Linebacker for the Hornets shoots the gap, absolutely stuffs the runner from Lake Creek. Big 3rd down coming up right here.
8:39 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Huntsville and Lake Creek deadlocked at 7. 3rd down and 4 from the Lake Creek 49. Right to left they go, 2 receivers to each side. Colwell in the shotgun. Claps, gets the snap, blitz coming. Colwell feels the pressure, loads up, one-on-one on the far side, but out of the reach of his intended target, Juan Gonzalez. No flags on the field. Trey Scott with great coverage on Gonzalez. It's 4th down. And the offense staying out there right now for Lake Creek. Nope.
Yeah.
Tried to feint us for a second, but here come the special teamers.
I tell you what, Trey Scott a while ago on one-on-one coverage was stride for stride with the wideout for Lake Creek. Overthrew it, but man, Trey Scott was all over that guy. Good play.
Kai Jordan on the punt. He'll stand at his own 35. Betts back deep to receive at the 11. Play clock down to 6. Snap away. Jordan corrals it. Puts the leg to it. Actually, no, that was Colwell taking the pooch punt, and it is going to take a roll and into the end zone. Nice little fake there, KJ Betts. Thought for a moment he was going to try and scoop it up and run, but he fakes the Lake Creek defenders out, and he'll bring it out to the 20. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line here for Huntsville. Want to let you know, coming up Monday night, another edition of the Hornet Nation Coaches Show live from Chick-fil-A in Huntsville. Myself and Brian Adams, we're going to sit down with head coach Todd Mabus, Hornet players, and I'm excited to announce for the first time we are going to have the 2 drum majors for Huntsville Hornet Military Marching Band, Holden Jose and Bryson Thomas. They're going to join us at the Coaches Show on Monday night, so join us in the restaurant for that. We'll have Chick-fil-A bingo for you to play and win prizes. We'll also have a pair of tickets to give away to the home finale against Nederland. Join us 7 p.m. Monday night, Chick-fil-A of Huntsville, Hornet Nation Coaches Show. We are looking forward to seeing you then. 1st and 10 at the 20. Zay Adolph in the offense back out there. It'll be a pass here to the near side, in and out of the hands of Ty Harrison. Pass leading him just a little too far. Back in coverage for Lake Creek. Cash Gorley, 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Harrison lined up on the near side, runs a 5 to 7 yard out route. Zay Adolph's pass a little bit in front. And man, that would have been a good completion. Just a little bit too much.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 20. 8:06 to go in the MIS 3rd. Tied at 7. Adolph with Brown to his left shoulder, gets the snap, design run. around the left side and tackle before he's not able to get much forward momentum. He takes it up to the 23. And a quick 3rd down and 7 coming up for the guys wearing black jerseys.
Somehow they've got to get Trayshawn involved and really get this running game going.
Trayshawn in his return tonight, it's been quiet. Has had 1 rush for 18 yards, but that's really the only 10-plus yard gain he's had. He's been limited to 2 3-yard carries. 3rd and 7 at the 23. Adolph from the pistol gets the snap. Roll out. Feels the pressure, evades it. Now tucks it and running with it, and tackled at the 26-yard line. He only able to get 3, set up a 4th down and 3, but Huntsville will have to punt it away yet again.
Well, again, Lake Creek, another great defensive stance for them, forcing the Hornets to punt the ball away.
7:07 to go in this 3rd quarter. Lake Creek 7, Huntsville 7, and Kulak will come out to punt once again. McCoy Cudd awaits at his own 45. Kulak trying to put some juice behind this one. Chad Lewis to snap it away. A clean one, but we have whistles, and they're going to blow this one dead. As a flag comes in from the back judge.
False start. Offense, number 30, 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
That's on Wesley Heineman, the junior linebacker, called for the penalty on a night where, Brian, both teams have played clean. Not many flags have been about other than that one big one on Huntsville earlier on in the 1st. Otherwise, it has been pretty clean, but Kulak now will back up after the 5-yard penalty. That one was going to have some backspin on it, so we'll see what he has here, standing at his own 7. Snap away, and the kick on its way, tumbling sideways, and fair caught. 44-yard line by McCoy Cudd, so plus territory here for Lake Creek with 6:42 to go in Nehemiah's 3rd quarter. Brian, let's thank more of our great sponsors who made tonight's broadcast possible.
Absolutely. Want to thank Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home, your hometown funeral home. And Frank's Taco Station in Riverside, Country Kitchen, tacos, and more. Nelson Amaya's Collision Center, honest work and quality service. And we really do thank all of you sponsors out there. We couldn't do this without you.
So Lake Creek gets the ball for the 2nd time in this 3rd quarter, and they're going to have it in Huntsville territory at the 45-yard line. Colwell in the gun, 3 receivers, 2 right, 1 left. 1 back is Middlebrook as he gets the snap. Delayed handoff, no play action. Throw over the middle, incomplete. Looking for the intended target, Dane Doty had David Brown draped all over him. Pass was too tall, 2nd down.
David Brown in one-on-one covers on the near side. Lake Creek runs a post route, and Colwell just put a little too much heat behind that football. Incomplete pass.
So 2nd and 10 now from the 45-yard line. From right to left, the Lions go. Trips now to the right side. 1 to the near side is Doty as Colwell gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. He'll keep it himself. Nope, he tripped. And he'll lose 1.
Wow, look like the turf monster mate jumped up and got Colwell.
Wow. We've seen a couple of those tonight. One on Middlebrook and now 1 on Colwell. Loss of 1. 3rd down and 11 now for Lake Creek at the Huntsville 46.
Big 3rd down coming up here for the Hornets. I'm wondering if the defense doesn't have a all-out blitz dialed in.
3rd and 11. Colwell in the gun. 2 receivers to each side. Gets the high snap. Here comes the blitz. Colwell rifles, incomplete. Looking again for number 80, Dane Doty. Brent Carroll breaking that one up as the pressure bared in on Colwell. 4th down and 11 for Lake Creek. And they'll have to punt this one away again as the defenses come out of the locker room and shut down 2 drives back-to-back.
Yeah, they look good right there. Anytime you've got somebody in your face as a quarterback, it is going to be difficult to find an open receiver. Nice job by the Hornet defense.
I've lost count on how many punts we've had. Kai Jordan will send this one away. Betts waits at the 10. A high punt. Betts calling for the fair catch, and it will roll into the end zone for a touchback. Well, here we are again. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know Hornet and Lady Hornet basketball are set for an exciting 2025-2026 season, and we're going to help bring those ball games to life on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network exclusively on the KSAM YouTube channel. Stay tuned to KSAM Sports on social media for broadcast information for the basketball season as it becomes available. Ready to see Head coach Jay Oliphant and his Hornet boys, and head coach LaToya Bennett and her Lady Hornets. In the basketball season coming up, John Clendenin will be the voice for Hornet boys basketball, and we'll have a platoon of broadcasters along with our good producer tonight, Stephanie Keele, with the Lady Hornets. Hornets on football side of things. 1st and 10 at the 20. It'll be a run with Brown to the left side. Cuts it back over the middle of the field, spinning around would-be tacklers. And he's able to turn it into a gain of 6.
Yeah, nice run by Trayshawn Brown. Looks like he's trying to go for the edge. Cuts it up middle. Picks up 6 yards. Nice run, Trayshawn Brown.
5.5 to play in the Amias Collision Center 3rd quarter. Lake Creek 7, Huntsville 7. If you're just tuning in, we have had a barn burner of a defensive game so far tonight. Which offense is going to break through? Huntsville trying to do that here. They go left to right across your radio dial. They go spread. Empty set here for Adolph. 2 receivers to each side. Adolph sends Brown in motion from the slot on the near side. Fakes to give to him, and he'll tuck it and run with it. But Lake Creek able to get to the quarterback, Adolph. Carter Harmon is the one that drops him for the 1-yard loss. 3rd down and 5 for Huntsville.
You know, they try a little play action fake in the backfield, handing off to Trayshawn Brown. He pulls it. Adolph takes it up the middle. Just not a whole lot of running room. Man, this is a huge 3rd down right here. Carlos, we talk about converting on 3rd down each week. They need to convert right here.
Neither offense in this 3rd quarter has converted a 1st down. Huntsville trying to do that here. They need 5 yards for a 1st at the 30. 2 receivers stacked on each side. Betts and Lewis here to the near side. Fisher and Rogers to the far side. Brown the back as Adolph gets the snap. A blitz coming. Adolph feels the pressure bearing down on him. Trying to get out of the reach of a Lake Creek defender, but can't quite do it. Nolan Carpenter, the senior linebacker, got a hold of the back of Adolph. Forward progress was stopped at the 28. 4th and 2. Huntsville will have to punt it away. No one open downfield, and Adolph tried to do all he could.
Well, the punt team, they really got to be careful here because it's going to be another short field for Lake Creek, and they've got to watch out for this return.
McCoy cut, awaits the punt from Caleb Kulak, our 3rd punt of the half. High snap, but Kulak corrals it. It's a line driver, Cud. Will let this one take a bounce. Nearly touched a Lake Creek defender. It's down to the 45. Todd Mabus is saying that may have made contact with a Lake Creek player, but I don't think he's going to get the call he wants.
No, back judge is saying nope, no touch. Sets it down at the 45-yard line.
The Hornets can't catch a break on that one. Lake Creek will take it. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Brian, let's thank more of our wonderful sponsors.
Absolutely. Murray Insurance and Financial Services, an agency you can trust. And University Heights Baptist Church, cultivating people who make Jesus known through the lives we live and the conversations we have. And Huntsville Independent School District, it's a great day to be a Hornet. We are building champions, everyone, every day.
3.5 to play in the Amias 3rd. We're still tied at 7. Lake Creek with the football once again. Colwell in the gun, 3 receivers. One comes in motion from the near side. Fake the give to him. Colwell will lay this one up. Middle of the field, incomplete. Wow. Juan Gonzalez, the intended target. Trey Scott, the one to knock it away. 2nd and 10.
I mean, Trey Scott is stride for stride with Gonzalez. And Colwell just lays it up, almost the perfect pass. Trey Scott knocks it away at the last minute. Nice play.
Wonderful play there by the senior Scott. 2nd and 10, 45-yard line. Right to left goes Lake Creek. 2 receivers now to the near side, 1 to the far side. Jay Sabigala will be the one in the slot as Colwell gets the snap, and they'll keep it himself here. Will Colwell around the right side. He is tackled at the 49-yard line of Huntsville. He picks up 6. Jeremiah Peterson able to get him around the ankles. And a 3rd down and 4 coming up for Lake Creek.
Well, both teams are trying to convert on 3rd downs here.
Lake Creek, much like Huntsville, is not converted on 3rd down in this 3rd quarter, rather. Colwell in the gun. One back with a Middlebrook. Fake the touch pass, run with it. Colwell gonna get swallowed up before he gets the line of gain. 46-yard line is where he was stopped. It's 4th and 1, and will Lake Creek roll the dice? Last time they were in a 4th and 1 situation, they false started, trying to draw Huntsville off sides. and then had to punt. But now Lake Creek will go for it on 4th down and 1 at the Huntsville 46-yard line.
Looks like Colwell may be in an empty backfield.
Can the defense make a stand? 4th and 1 at the 46. Colwell with the empty set, 2 receivers each side. Gets the snap, quarterback keeper, he's got the first down. 45-yard line. Forward progress stopped at the 44. So for the first time in this second half, a team has been able to convert a first down.
Well, that's kind of amazing when you say it like that.
Inside 2 minutes to play here in the Amaya's third quarter. We stay tied at 7. 44-yard line of Huntsville. Lake Creek has the football moving right to left. Colwell in the gun. 2 receivers each side. One back is Middlebrook as he gets the snap. Fakes the screen pass now, rolling back to his right, and he'll throw this one away incomplete. Nothing open downfield, so chuck it out of bounds.
Yeah, Fred Oladali, number 99 for the Hornets, got pressure back on Colwell. Forced him to just throw the ball out of bounds. Nice play by 99.
We'll go to our third member of our crew, Emma Sims, here momentarily. We haven't had much to talk about because this has just been the defense. If you love defense, this is the game for you. Colwell, shotgun, 2nd and 10, 44, gets the snap. Blitz coming here for the Hornets. Hit as he fires, batted away, incomplete, and nearly intercepted on the deflection by Sam Cleveland. Good defense there by Brent Carroll to knock it away from Dakota Clark. It's 3rd and 10 for Lake Creek, and boy, Huntsville laid the hammer on Colwell.
They did, and they are putting the pressure on Colwell. Been doing it all night long. And I'm telling you, man, from a quarterback's perspective, you keep taking heat like that, it's not going to bode well. Timeout?
No, I think, well, Isaiah Lewis, no, that's a shoe. I thought that was a flag. Come on, Jarius, can't wear yellow shoes. I'm not sure what the stoppage is for.
Place 138, 138.
Wow.
Thank you.
Huh, okay.
I guess the clock never stopped after the incompletion. That's my guess. So they're going to add 25 seconds back to the clock. 1:38 it'll start. Not on the signal because it was an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10 for Lake Creek as well. We're ready to go. Colwell from the gun gets the snap. Blitz coming for Huntsville. Colwell hit again as he throws, and it's well out of the reach. Jarmiah Peterson laying the hit once again on Zach Colwell. Out of bounds, incomplete. 4th and 10 at the 44, and Lake Creek will have to punt once again. Good defense from the green and white.
Absolutely. I'm talking, they're putting the pressure on Colwell, and they've been doing it all night long, forcing him to throw the ball before he wants to. Incomplete pass. Now the Hornet offense about to get the ball back, and they need to do something with it, Carlos.
Yes, they do. Back to punt once again, Kai Jordan. KJ Betts at the 10. Jordan gets it off. A sitting duck here in the middle of the field. Now rolls out of bounds on the far side. And it will be a punt inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And that is where the Hornet offense will set up shop with 1:26 left to go in this ball game. Want to remind you, you can listen to Today's Best Country and all your favorites wherever you may be with the KSAM mobile app. It's in your app store for Androids and iPhones now. Take your hometown radio station with you in the car, at home, or while you're even out on a run. The KSAM mobile app. Download it today. Great crowd on hand here tonight at Huntsville ISD Stadium. As those of you watching on the web stream, you get a look at the crowd and the student section that's been alive and well all night. They're looking for something to get rowdy about, and they've done that with the defense. Now can they get it from the Hornet offense? First and 10 here for Huntsville. 18-yard line, 2 backfield. A run, Marcus Lewis here to the near side. Cuts it over the A gap and across the 25. He's down to the 27-yard line, says the near sideline judge. Lewis able to pick up 9 for a 2nd and 1.
Yeah, great run by Marcus Lewis. He's lined up on the far side, comes in motion, gets the handoff, cuts it upfield, picks up those 9 yards.
And the Hornets get finally a manageable 2nd and 1, hunting for their first down of this second half. Burks into the ball game to the left hip of Adolph. Brown to his right, 3 receivers. Lewis again in motion. Gets the snap. Run it with Burks. Cuts it back over the middle of the field, down to the 29-yard line. And that's enough for a Mocha Mocha Attorneys at Law first down for the Huntsville Hornets to the 29.
Tough run by Burks, just enough to pick up the first down. I'm telling you, man, with Trayshawn Brown and Burks in the backfield, I mean, those are two excellent runners.
33 seconds left to go in the Amias third quarter. We stay tied at 7. Play clock is ahead of the game clock by 6 seconds, so Hornets will have to run at least one more play before we can go to the Amias fourth. 19 seconds now, 12 on the play clock. Stay with the dual back set. Two receivers right, one to the left. Lewis again in motion as Adolph gets the snap. Run it with Lewis around the far side and ankle tackle. At the 29-yard line, good open field play there for Lake Creek. Trying to see who that was on the stop. Looks like number 27, Nolan Carpenter. And with that, that takes us to the end of the Amias third quarter of play. And we remain where we have been most of the night. Both of these teams score on their opening drive, but since then the defenses have clamped down. What will give in the final 12 minutes? We'll find out in 60 seconds. Fourth quarter is next on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and sensors that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. Amias Collision Center at 686 I-45 has it. They're among only 15% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose Amias Collision Center, 686 I-45.
For over 40 years, Nelson Propane Gas has fueled the success of business and homes across East Texas. Restaurants, warehouses, farms, manufacturers, and homeowners get reliable propane solutions that keep them running strong. Our local team understands the unique needs of commercial and residential customers, and we back every delivery with dependable service and safety you can trust. Call Nelson Propane at 800-234-9052 or visit nelsonpropane.com. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time to start the Amias Collision Center fourth quarter of play in Huntsville. It's a 2nd and 10 here for the Hornets as Marcus Lewis taking it around the right side. He's got green turf. 45-50, 45-40, 35-30, 20, 15, 10-5. Touchdown! Marcus Lewis! 71 yards and Huntsville's in front, no flags.
Well, we've been asking for offense for a couple of quarters now, and we just got it right there. Marcus Lewis takes it to the house. Wow, man, what a run.
MRC Creekside touchdown for Marcus Lewis, 71 yards. And now the Nelson Amias Collision Center point after try. Caleb Kulak snap and hold. Kulak, it's a line driver, but it's through the uprights. What a way to start the fourth. 11:47 to go. And Huntsville's in front, 14-7. Back in 60 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Fall football means it's officially pretzel bun season. Go pretzel picking at Chick-fil-A Huntsville. Enjoy your favorite boneless breasts of chicken on a toasted pretzel bun with cheddar cheese, applewood smoked bacon, lettuce, tomato, and creamy Dijon mustard sauce. Available for a limited time at your Huntsville Chick-fil-A. Delicious! Now the Cherry Berry Bunch is back for fall. Add cherry to your favorite Chick-fil-A beverage made with natural cherry and berry flavors. Football and Chick-fil-A, the perfect combo.
This is Kevin with Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. The future of home comfort is here. The Carrier Infinity System delivers premium home heating and cooling with low energy costs. Call 936-295-9173 today and ask me what you can do to better your home comfort and take advantage of lower utility bills. Carrier, turn to the experts. Now that's Beckham & Jones.
License number TACLA 26079C. Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. 936-295-9173.
Here we go. Diana K. Barnes, State Farm Insurance kickoff. Caleb Kulak puts the boot to it, and it will sail into the end zone for a touchback. 71-yard touchdown run. Marcus Lewis makes it 14-7. Huntsville to the third member of our crew, Emma Sims, down on the sidelines tonight. Emma, if there's a way to energize the crowd, Marcus Lewis just did that and then some.
Repeat that again. I'm sorry. The crowd is just amazing listening to them so loudly. I lost like the second half of what you just said.
Well, you basically summed it up right there. Marcus Lewis energizes the crowd, and they got so loud you couldn't hear us.
Yeah, it's amazing just hearing all them and how loud they're getting. And honestly, this is a very defensive game on both sides, and not like a ugly defensive, a very clean version of a defensive game. And both teams are doing great, honestly, but I mean, even better, the Hornets got a touchdown just now.
Now the Hornet defense with an opportunity to try and do what they've done really the entire second half here, so really the entire ball game, as that carry for Middlebrook takes him down to the 28-yard line. He picks up 3 and sets up a 2nd down and 7 here for Lake Creek.
Yeah, Middlebrook just takes a handoff up the middle from Colwell, trying to establish that running game still. Draw those linebackers in. Colwell, he's got the arm. We've seen it. You know he's going to go over the top here soon.
Colwell in the gun, 3 receivers. Middlebrook the back as he gets the snap, and he'll hand it off to Middlebrook. Probably should have kept it. It's going to be a tackle for loss. Big 99, Fred Oladele with the big tackle for loss. Back to the 26, 3rd down and 9. Coming up for Lake Creek.
I tell you what, the defense for the Hornets, they are feeling it. They've got the crowd fired up. The coaches, look at them.
They're trying to energize this Hornet crowd for a 3rd down and 9 here for Lake Creek. 10:45 to go in the ball game. Huntsville up 14-7 after the Marcus Lewis 71-yard score. Colwell in the shotgun, spread formation, 2 receivers to each side. He gets the snap, blitz coming. Colwell will lob this one up to the near side, and nowhere for his target to find it. Looking for Dakota Clark. Brent Carroll in coverage, and Lake Creek will have to punt it away.
Well, you had Clark lined up on the near side, just runs a go route. Colwell lays it up, just throws it out of bounds, though. You can't do that. If you're going to lay up a go route, you've got to keep the ball in bounds. Let your receiver make a play on it. Nonetheless, big break for the Hornets.
So Jordan to punt this one away, and we got no one back deep for Huntsville. Jordan will punt it off, and it will tumble out of bounds. Around the 47-yard line is where it tumbled out, and plus position here for the Huntsville Hornets with 10:22 to go here in the Samias Collision Center 4th quarter. We do have a Hornet that is slow to get up, and it's Jarius Singletary back here behind the play. Brian Parker over to check on him and trying to get him upright. Whoop.
Well, you hate to see anybody go down. Somebody especially as talented as Jerry Singletary, who has had one incredible game tonight defensively and offensively for that matter.
As one of the touchdowns for the Hornets tonight. Both seniors with the touchdowns tonight. Singletary had the one to open the scoring for Huntsville in the first, and then Marcus Lewis had that long 71-yard touchdown run to put Huntsville up 14-7 with 10:22 to go here in the 4th. Singletary comes off the field under his own power. Good to see that. The Hornet offense will take over, trying to double up after their last touchdown drive. 1st and 10 as they go right to left at the 47-yard line in their own territory. 2 backs to the right here of Adolph. One in motion is Landon Fisher. Adolph will keep it himself into Lake Creek territory, down to the 49-yard line. Adolph picks up 4 for 2nd and 6.
Adolph takes it himself over on the left side. They do the fake handoff to Trayshawn in motion. Pulls it, takes it himself. Nice run there, Zay Adolph.
Set up a 2nd down and 6 here for the Hornets. Now in Lake Creek territory, 49-yard line, ball's lined up on the near hash. Brown and Burks to the right of Adolph. Handoff Landon Fisher around the right side to the 45, 1st down across the 40 and out of bounds. They'll spot him out at the 38-yard line. Fisher able to pick up 11 for Amoka Attorneys at Law. 1st down for Huntsville as the offense starting to come to life.
Yeah, they are. And I tell you what, you talk about some overall team speed. These Hornets get out into space. You are not going to catch these guys, and we are seeing that here tonight.
They'll officially spotted at the 37, so give 12 on the run for Landon Fisher. 1st down in Lake Creek territory at the 37 from right to left. The Hornets go. 9.5 to play in the Samias 4th quarter with the Hornets up 14-7, looking for more. Now the running back's to the left of Adolph. 3 receivers. Fisher again comes in motion. Adolph fakes the give, and he'll run it to the right side. Tries to slip out of an ankle tackle, and ultimately stopped at the 34-yard line. Adolph able to pick up 3 to set up a 2nd and 7. And on the stop there for Lake Creek Christian running.
You know who down here on the near side, 84, C.J. Rogers, he's been kind of quiet tonight, but he's in one-on-one coverage all by himself.
Adolph gets the snap on 2nd and 7. He'll keep it himself on the option carry around the right side. It got a first down to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Forced out of bounds around the 7. We got a flag back here in the backfield at the 31-yard line.
Well, that typically doesn't bode well for the Hornets.
We'll see what the call will be.
Holding. Offense number 62. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
That's going to be on the sophomore Ian Johnson, who's called for the hold. That'll eliminate the big gain for Adolph, and that will move the ball back from the line of scrimmage at the 34 back to the 44. And 2nd and long coming up for Huntsville. It'll officially be a 2nd, and I'm trying to do the quick math here, 2nd and about 17.
I'd like to see him do a quick hit pass over here with C.J. Rogers here on the near side in one-on-one.
So 2nd and 17, Fisher again in motion. Fake the give to him. Adolph will keep it again himself. Runs it over the middle down to the 41-yard line. 8:50 to go in the 4th. It's 3rd down. And about 13 to go here for Huntsville. They need the Lake Creek 27 to move the chains. And now you've given them so much of the run here, Brian. When do you default to the pass?
Well, I mean, right now would be the perfect time. It is 3rd down. You've got 14 to go. You got C.J. Rogers here on the near side in one-on-one coverage, and you have, well, they're in man coverage all over the field.
Lake Creek's going to drop 5 back in coverage, 3 up on the line as Adolph gets the snap, a roll out here to the left. Looking Rogers' way, come back route caught, 30-yard line. We got flags on the far side of the field. Rogers is short of the first down. They needed the 27. Well, Brian, they went your way, but we got penalty markers.
Yeah, I think it's coming back against the Hornets again.
And these are on the far side of the field, opposite of where the play was.
Illegal player downfield. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's another one on the offensive line. Jamarian James whistled being too far down the field on the pass play by Adolph. So negate the play, which would have been a 4th down and 3. Instead, it's 3rd down and 19 at the 46.
I mean, how many penalties have cost them a touchdown and first downs tonight? About 4 or 5. I mean, the first half they played clean football. So far here in the second half, not so much.
Penalties starting to rear their head at the wrong time. 8:12 to go in the Amias 4th. 14-7 Huntsville. 3rd down and 19. Adolph in the gun, gets the snap. 5-man rush. Adolph feeling the pressure, evades it, launches one. Scott Fisher down there, but let him too tall with that one. Way over the top of his hands, back in coverage. McCoy cut for Lake Creek. 4th down, and Huntsville will have to punt.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You had Fisher down here wide open, but I'm not sure if he stopped his route or saw Zay in trouble trying to come back to him or what, but, man, he was open.
If he keeps running, I think he runs underneath that football.
Exactly. Stay on your route.
So, unfortunately for Huntsville, they'll have to punt it away on 4th down and 19. Stays a 14-7 ball game with 8:05 to go in the Amias 4th. Kulak to punt this one away, standing at his own 41. Pressure coming, gets it off, and fair caught by Lake Creek at the 14-yard line. So a good punt by Kulak. Will keep Lake Creek pinned back in their own territory with 7:59 left to go in this 4th quarter. I want to remind you tonight's broadcast of Huntsville Hornet Football and the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any of the use of this broadcast or any other retransmissions or the counts of the game without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics is strictly prohibited. Let's also pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Huntsville, 101.7 KSAM. Sting 'em Hornets.
7:59 to go, fourth quarter, 14-7. Huntsville with the lead, but Lake Creek's got the football, needing to drive the field to tie the game. Zach Colwell on the offense back out there, 2 receivers to each side. From the 14-yard line, he gets the snap. Blitz coming, and he can't evade the pressure. 5th sack of the night for the Huntsville Hornets, and it's big 99, Fred Oladele with the Hartfield Flores sack.
I tell you what, this front four for the Hornets, they are nasty. I mean, they are in the backfield in Colwell's face all night long.
Now, if you're Lake Creek, you are backed up against your own end zone here, as it's a loss of 7 on the play to bring up a 2nd down and 17 here for Lake Creek. $7:21 left to go in the fourth. Huntsville up 14-7. Colwell, shotgun, gets the snap. He'll keep it. Trying to evade trouble. Slips out of one tackle to the 15 and down to the 20-yard line. Sam Cleveland makes the stop, but not before Colwell does it with his legs for a first down to the 25-yard line for Lake Creek.
Yeah, nice play by Colwell. I mean, he drops back trying to find somebody open. Nobody is. Takes it himself and picks up the first.
To the 25-yard line goes Lake Creek, moving left to right, trying to tie this game. 2 receivers to each side. From the shotgun, Colwell gets the snap, handed it off to Middlebrook. And he's met by Jabari Washington. Forward progress was stopped at the 29-yard line. Pick up a 4, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Lions.
Boy, Jabari Washington, number 15 for the Hornets. It's like running into a brick wall.
He's got just a lot of strength behind that upper body, and he has continued to just lay into these Lake Creek defenders tonight. 2nd and 6, 29-yard line. Colwell, shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Claps gets the snap. Handoff Middlebrook. He's got enough for a first down across the 35, down to the 36-yard line, and now Lake Creek's offense starting to move with some good run play.
Yeah, they are. They're moving the chains. They're having some good success on the ground.
14-7 Huntsville. We're halfway home in what has been a lot of defense, but now the offense is here in crunch time, starting to find some life. First down for Lake Creek at the 36. Middlebrooks motions out. He'll line up one-on-one on the far side, and we will have a timeout called by Huntsville.
Well, Lake Creek is really kind of, their offense is kind of woken up.
Timeout.
And they're moving the ball downfield with 5:41 left. It's going to come down to the wire.
Indeed it will. Let's take this University Heights Baptist Church timeout with them. 14-7 Huntsville, 5:41 to play in the fourth.
This is B.J. McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe Sunday is a game day for your faith. We start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship. Then both at 9:30 and at 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend contemporary worship. 2 time slots with the same great options. Don't forget about Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30 Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. If you don't already have a church home, we want to invite you to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em Hornets.
Back in Huntsville on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. 5:41 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's 14-7 Huntsville, but Lake Creek starting to march the ball down the field. They have it from left to right at their own 36-yard line. 2 in the backfield here with Colwell as he gets the snap play action. He'll roll out here to the right. Pressure bearing down on him. Slips out of one tackle. And they're able to get him to the turf at the 46-yard line. Lake Creek wants a flag as that was nearly a late hit out of bounds on Colwell. He is right at the line to gain at the 46-yard line, and that'll be enough to move the chains on a busted pass coverage.
Well, nice play by Colwell. He rolls out to his right. Nobody open. Takes it himself, and man, he did. He took a heck of a shot out of bounds. No penalty.
So first down for Lake Creek. 46-yard line from left to right. 5.5 to play here in the fourth. Colwell claps, gets the snap. Play fake. Throw over the middle, incomplete. Kentre Cooper was right in the face of Colwell, looking for Juan Gonzalez. David Brown would have broken it up anyway, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, great coverage downfield by the Hornets secondary. Doing a good job tonight, keeping those wideouts in front of them. Colwell nowhere to go with the ball, just trying his best out there against this really tough Hornet defense.
Second and 10, excuse me, for Lake Creek at the 46-yard line. Shotgun gets the snap, blitz coming. Colwell fires over the middle. It's caught and tackled down at the 39-yard line. That's Chance Miller with the grab for Lake Creek. And for Lake Creek, they're in Huntsville territory at the 39 on another first down conversion.
Tell you what, the defense for the Hornets, they need to tighten up.
14-7 Huntsville, 5 minutes to go here in the MIS fourth. Colwell gets the quick snap. Handoff Middlebrook, but Isaiah Lewis meets him instantly and gets him down to the ground for no gain.
Well, Isaiah Lewis, he is just an incredible defensive player. We had him on the coaches show Monday night. Great guy. Just a talented athlete.
So the clock will continue to roll. Huntsville, 1 timeout remaining. Lake Creek, they got all 3, and we still have the 2-minute timeout looming. But Lake Creek's got the football in Hornet territory. 2nd and 10 at the 39, needing a touchdown to tie the game. Colwell shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left with the tight end offset on the right side of the O-line. 3 down linemen for the Hornets. Man in motion from the far side. Colwell gets the snap play action. Fires and nearly intercepted as that was in and out of the hands of Dakota Clark and Trey Scott.
Boy, that was almost disaster right there for Lake Creek. I mean, they're running just kind of a little out route, and the ball was too far in front. The receiver pats it up in the air. Trey Scott almost picks it off for the Hornets.
And that could have very well seen Trey Scott take it all the way back to ice this game. Instead, it's 3rd and 10 for Lake Creek, 39-yard line. Moving left to right. 14-7 Huntsville. Lake Creek threatening. Colwell claps, gets the snap. 4-man rush. Colwell over the middle. Incomplete behind his intended target of Chance Miller. No flags. It's 4th and 10. And decision time for Pat Kennedy and the Lake Creek offense. Obviously down 7 with not much time remaining. You need to go for it.
Yeah, you do need to go for it. And a while ago on that previous play, Colwell drops back. His receiver's running a crossing route, but he threw the ball about 5 to 6 feet behind him. Not a chance.
So here we go. 4th down and 10 for Lake Creek, 39-yard line. They need the 29 to move the chains. Colwell claps, gets the snap. He's got 4 receivers. Throws over the middle. Incomplete! Brent Carroll knocks it away from Juan Gonzalez. Turnover on downs, Huntsville ball.
Brent Carroll with the play of the night. Dives in front of the receiver. Bats it down with his left hand. Nicely done. Brent Carroll.
What a stop by the Hornet D.
Man, that was huge.
Lake Creek has probably their best drive of the second half, converting 3 first downs. Huntsville's defense stiffens on the 4th try to convert. And now the offense can hop out there with 4:14 to go in the 4th. Not out of the woods yet. Offense has got to move. If they score, put this game on ice.
Yeah, they need to pick up first downs and move the chains and eat up the clock. Lake Creek still has 3 timeouts left. The Hornets only have 1. The Hornets need first downs.
First down run, Jacavian Burks around the right side to the 45 to the 50. That'll be a good start. Jacavian takes it down to the 47-yard line for a 13-yard gain, and a Mocha turning it off first down.
Inside handoff to Burks, takes it around the right side, cuts upfield. Nicely done, moves the sticks. Good job, the Hornet offense.
Down into Lake Creek territory at the 47-yard line with 3:48 to play in the Amias Collision Center 4th quarter. 14-7 Huntsville looking for more. Adolph Claps gets the snap, fake the give, he'll run it himself around the right side, makes a couple of nice cutback moves, still on his feet, still chugging the legs, say Adolph. Down to the 35-yard line, he picks up 12 to counter Burks' 13, and another Mocha turns it off first down.
Man, that is 2 first downs back to back. Nicely done, Hornet offense, fresh set of downs here.
And they are eating up the clock at the same time. Lake Creek's got all 3 timeouts, not to mention the 2-minute timeout in their back pocket, but it doesn't matter if Huntsville punches it in. Burks and Brown in the backfield. Burks to the left, Brown to the right. Two receivers near side. Four-man rush coming for Lake Creek. First down at the 35. Adolph Claps gets the snap. Another quarterback keeper. Over the middle of the field. Then green turf. 20, 15, 10-5. Put the ice on this one. 2:53 to go in the fourth, and Adolph does it himself.
Zay Adolph takes it himself over the right side, straight to the house, untouched.
MRC Creekside touchdown from 35 yards out. Mr. Zay Adolph in the Nelson Demise Collision Center. Point after drive for Caleb Kulak. 21-7. Huntsville up. 2:53 to go in the fourth. They can taste a victory tonight here at Huntsville ISD Stadium. Back in 60 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Hi, I'm Reagan Cooksey, and I have a thought I want to share with you. Are you listening? I often talk to people who are upside down in their life. So many things tend to get people in a bind with family, friends, and work. People say to me, how can I change my situation? Some say I'm just not happy in life. Friends, I want to tell you something. Are you listening? No matter where you are or what's going on in your life, you are but one step away from change. One step in any direction can change everything for the better, if that one step is in the direction of Jesus Christ. The Bible says, cast all your cares on Jesus. If you will, he will change your life. But listen, taking the one step to change is up to you. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening? Northside Baptist Church is a vibrant, growing body of believers located at 1207 FM 980 in Huntsville, Texas. Check us out on the web at NBCHuntsville.com. Northside Baptist Church, going people in Christ to reach people for Christ.
You can hear them getting rowdy here at Huntsville ISD Stadium. It's 21-7. Your Hornets up big on Lake Creek with 2:53 to go here in the fourth. Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance kickoff for Caleb Kulak will roll into the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Hornet defense going to be called upon like they have all night long. Lake Creek scored on their opening drive of the ball game, but have not seen pay dirt since. All they need to do is make another stop. Lake Creek does have all three timeouts, but it's a two-possession ball game here at the 25-yard line is where Lake Creek will bring it out.
And I tell you, the Hornet defense, they've been putting pressure on Caldwell all night long. Somebody in his face, and you can see that has thrown his game off completely.
Both of these teams came in with identical records, 3-4, 2-2 in district play, and one of those is going to teeter one direction here tonight. 1st and 10 at the 25. Caldwell gets the snap, four-man rush. Colwell will load this one up over the middle of the field. It's incomplete. Looking the way of Chance Miller, him and Brent Carroll locking up at midfield. 2nd down and 10.
Great defense over across the middle, Brent Carroll. And that's what the secondary needs to watch out for. They're going to be doing this each play, trying to move that sticks downfield. Don't give up the big play.
2nd down and 10 now at the 25-yard line for Lake Creek. 2:46 to go in the Amias fourth with the Hornets up 21-7. Colwell alone in the backfield will keep it himself on a run. Over the middle of the field, Jabari Washington spins him down to the turf. Colwell able to take it forward for 12 yards and a 1st down to the 37. Again, time not on the side here of Lake Creek. They have the 2-minute timeout coming up. They can run one more play before having to go to that. 1st down at the 37. Colwell, shotgun. Two receivers left and right. Gets the snap. Four-man rush for the Hornets. Throws. Catch made. Juan Gonzalez and knocked right to the ground by Caleb Franklin at the 45-yard line. Normally you teach him to wrap up, but the pressure able to knock Gonzalez to the ground. It's a pickup of 8 for a 2nd down. Actually, give him 9. 2nd and 1. Favorable spot to the 46. And with 2:04, 2:03, 2:02, 2:01, Lake Creek gets it off before the 2-minute timeout. Colwell looking for the 1st down. He's got it to the 49-yard line, and that will bring us to the 2-minute timeout on the field. 1:56 to go here in the Amias Collision Center fourth quarter. Huntsville up 21-7. Lake Creek trying to stay alive. Back in 60 seconds to bring you the finish on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet football. Family owned and operated since 2000. Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner. For all your plumbing needs, call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets.
I'm Jerry Larson at Reliable Auto Parts, your auto parts plus store in Huntsville, Texas, having great products, excellent quality, and outstanding prices. This is what you can expect from Reliable Parts, where you can purchase all your car care products, maintenance supplies, and auto parts. Our services and in-house store offerings are designed to keep your vehicle and motorized machine in proper working condition. Reliable Parts, your auto parts store, 1011 11th Street, Huntsville, 295-5747.
1:56 to go in the fourth quarter. Lake Creek's got the football, and the pressure's coming on Colwell once again. He'll take it himself around here to the right side with some space. Cuts it back at the 30, still on his feet to the 21-yard line before Brent Carroll is able to get him to the ground as he evaded the pressure. No flags on the field, and a big-time run there for Lake Creek.
Boy, Colwell got loose, and he's a talented runner as well as a passer. Got to keep him contained.
Colwell in the shotgun here with 1:37 to go in the fourth. Lake Creek gets the snap down 14. Looks over the middle, got his man, Juan Gonzalez, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lake Creek. They march the ball down the field, and with 90 seconds left, they're in for pay dirt for the first time since the opening drive of the game. And we got a one-possession game once again.
Yeah, we do. Caleb Franken for the Hornets in on the coverage, one-on-one on the near side. They just run a quick post route. Good pass, good catch, touchdown.
And a critical point after try here for Lake Creek. Bill Patrick, the place kicker, to try and knock it through to make this a one-score game. And he will indeed. So 21-14, 90 seconds left to go. But here's the thing here, Lake Creek, they will have to go onside kick here despite them all having all three timeouts, just with the amount of time that is still left on the clock with only 1:30. They've already tried to pull one onside kick tonight, but I think for Huntsville here, they are expecting it.
Yeah, I think so too. And this is actually the second, I think, onside kick they've tried tonight, which will be coming up the third. The Hornets will be expecting this one, but man, those onside kicks, you just never know. They'll have their good hands team there to receive the kick. I mean, that is anybody, any skill position, wide out, tight end, running back. All the skill guys will be out there waiting for this kick.
So we're not done yet. Huntsville 21, Lake Creek 14. With 90 seconds left to go, Huntsville has got to land on this football no matter how you chalk this one up.
Yeah, they do. And if they don't, boy, that's a whole different story.
Indeed it is. So here comes Lake Creek. They've run a lot of trickeration around that football on the kickoffs. You got three kickers on this roster. You got Kai Jordan, who's been handling the punting tonight. You got Will Patrick, who's the place kicker. You also have Jackson Lawrence, who's also been an X factor on these kicks here. So here we go. Big kickoff here. 21-14 Huntsville. What will Lake Creek do here? Huntsville's ready for the onside. Will Patrick barking out instructions. And here we go. Here's the onside. And it's still in play, but Lake Creek recovered it, but he was out of bounds. And it is Huntsville football at the 34.
Wow, that was close. I mean, it got away from him.
And we have a flag as the kickoff did go out of bounds. So Huntsville's going to have the football. Lake Creek's got all three timeouts. Huntsville just needs to convert one first down, and we can call this one good. And waiting for the official call. Here it is.
The kick was untouched, out of bounds.
Are they going to say the ball went out of bounds before he was touched by Lake Creek?
5 yards added to the end of the kick. First down.
So it'll be first down, Huntsville at the 39-yard line. With 90 seconds left to go, all Huntsville has to do is convert one first down, and they're going to come away with their second straight win. Something they haven't done all season. 2 in the backfield with Adolph as he gets the snap. It's a run with Burks to the right side. Trying to cut it up the middle of the field. And tackled shy of a first down. He's down to the 47-yard line. And Lake Creek not calling a timeout.
I know. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? I tell you what, the Hornets, they have to hang on to this football. Don't let that ball get stripped out of your possession.
And now Lake Creek calls timeout after seeing 10 seconds burn off the clock after the play was done. So with 1:09 left to go here in the fourth.
1:11 on the clock, please. 1:11.
They'll add 2 seconds up.
Yeah, I'm not so sure why Lake Creek let that amount of time run off the clock. Not very heads up on their part.
Indeed, it wasn't so. Timeout on the field with 1:11 left to go in this ball game. Hornets up 21-14 here on Lake Creek. If you're just tuning in, you've missed a barn burner of a ball game. I'm Carlos Zimmermann alongside Brian Adams and Emma Sims. Coming up on the AB Squared Self-Storage Facility post-game wrap-up, we'll have stats and analysis of this ball game tonight. Your offensive and defensive players of the ball game. And a look ahead into next week's matchup with Nederland. Back here at home for the home finale. It'll be a blackout night. It'll be a lot of fun to wrap up the homestand here for Huntsville. Coming up next week, that's coming up on the AB Squared Self-Storage post-game wrap-up. Snap here, a run with Brown, cutting it to the right side, over the middle of the field. He's got space, more than enough for a first down, and Brown still chugging the legs. Down to the 33-yard line, that never say die attitude for Trayshawn Brown carries him for a Mocha Attorneys at Law first down to the 34, and that ought to just do it.
Yeah, that was the one right there. Trayshawn Brown is back, and that run right there just sealed the deal.
Well, Lake Creek will burn their second timeout. 55 seconds left to go in this ball game, but they can only stop the clock a couple of more times. So Huntsville, they are on track to improve to 3-2 in district play. And now the holders of the 3 seed out of District 8 5A Division II Region 2. Brian, you wondered at one point in this ball game, was the offense going to break out? They broke out in the big way to start this fourth quarter. Marcus Lewis takes it 71 yards, and then Adolph with a 35-yard run earlier, punctuating this ball game tonight here for Huntsville. But you also got to give credit to this defense, limiting Lake Creek to what they have tonight.
Oh, absolutely. The defense in the first half was all over them. Lake Creek couldn't do anything about it. And they've really kind of stayed that way most of the ball game. But I tell you what, the Hornets, with Burks and Brown and whom else? We've had it all.
Every one of them.
Every one of them. You're looking at Marcus Lewis, takes a 71-yarder to the house. The offense woke up in the second half.
So the Hornets will line up here in what we expect to be victory formation. There it is. One knee down for Adolph. Pat Kennedy will call his final timeout with 50 seconds left.
Timeout. Lake Creek.
48 seconds now.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
And only a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep things right here. Emma Sims will have words with a couple of Hornet defenders tonight, as well as head coach Todd Mabus, after what has just been an emotional ride through this season for the Hornets. They bring in a whole new coaching staff after Rodney Southern exits. Todd Mabus comes in, and from day one hit the ground running. And now for the Huntsville Hornets on what has been, like we said, a topsy-turvy season, for the first time this year, they are going to get 2 wins in a row and trying to go full steam ahead into the final stretch of this regular season, trying to get to the postseason in Todd Mabus' first year.
You know what, Carlos? I think the Hornets are finally really hitting their stride. Last week's win over Dayton by 1 point. Tonight's win is going to be a momentum builder these Hornets needed to finish off this season to head into the playoffs.
Adolph will just take one more knee. Well, now he'll go down. Trying to eat up as much clock as he can. All he has to do is knee it down one more time. That young man right there, Travis talked about it at halftime. As the quarterback in high school football, you got the weight of the world on your shoulders, the weight of the community behind you, and that young man has just stayed so composed and has been a big reason why this Hornet team has gotten 2 in a row and are on track for a spot in the postseason. Step number 1 was getting it done tonight, and that is exactly what they have done. They have knocked off the Lake Creek Lions for the first time in 1,465 days, back to October of 2021. The streak finally comes to an end for the Lions and the Huntsville Hornets. They improved to 3-2 in district play, 4-4 on the season. Lake Creek falls to 3-5, 2-3 in district play. What a win tonight for the Hornets. They win it 21-14 over the Lake Creek Lions. Your AB Squared self-storage facility post-game wrap-up is coming your way next. Emma Sims will be down on the field with your defensive players of the ball game, as well as head coach Todd Mavis. Coming up when we return to the Hive, Huntsville ISD Stadium on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Huntsville wins it.
Who's ready for some football? Here at Wiesner Cadillac in Huntsville, football season kicks off the best deals of the year. Hi, folks. Clint Mack here with Wiesner Cadillac in Huntsville. Come in and get a 25 Cadillac CT5 starting at only $49,890, or a Cadillac XT5 starting at only $43,665. Want to go green? We've got a Cadillac Optic starting at only $49,995. But you need to hurry to Wiesner Cadillac in Huntsville and take advantage of these great deals before they're all gone. Or visit us online at WiesnerCadillac.com. Wiesner Cadillac, where we make dreams come true.
Your business works hard, and your internet should too. With Mid-South Fiber, you get fast speeds and full control. Prioritize critical devices, offer secure guest Wi-Fi, and keep your sensitive data safe. With built-in protection, all at no extra cost. Fiber that's as reliable as you are. That's the smart business move. That's Mid-South Fiber. Get started today at midsouthfiber.com. TWFG and More Insurance has been proudly serving the Huntsville and Walker County area since 2003. Ranked number 1 in Texas as an independently owned insurance provider, our independence affords us the freedom to shop insurance carriers and coverages that best suits our client-specific needs. TWFG offers personal and commercial, life, health, and flood insurance. Call Waylon Moore at 936-293-8121 or drop by 1212 10th Street in Huntsville, Texas. At TWFG and More Insurance, our policy is caring.
License number TACLB 122475E.
Your heating system is hibernating. Will it start when you need it or struggle with horrible smells? WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality will clean and inspect your system inside and out, providing recommendations for worry-free heat when you need it. Winter is coming. WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality, trained experts, a background check for your protection. Schedule fall maintenance now at WAAirconditioning.com.
Exceeding all expectations for 3 generations, you can call us day or night. McWilliams, we're the ones you trust, so count on us to come out and fix things right. When your plumbing is slow or your AC goes, we've got the best service round by far. Visit callmcwilliams.com. McWilliams, we're not comfortable until you are.
Who's ready for some football? Here at Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville, football season kicks off the best deals of the year. Hi, folks. Clint Mack here with Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville. We've got great deals on the 25s. Come in and get a 1500 crew cab starting at only $39,890, or Chevy Trax starting at only $21,895. Want to go green? We've got the Chevy Equinox EV starting at only $39,995. But you need to hurry to Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville to take advantage of these great deals before they're all gone. Visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com. Wiesner is home of the bottom line.
Where there's a will, there's a way, as the saying goes. But where there's no will, there's absolutely no way your last wishes will be known. You need to get serious about your estate and call Sam Moak at Moak & Moak to get your estate, will, and other documents updated now. Without a will and proper estate plan, the government decides with probate. You've put it off long enough. Sam A. Moak's practice is focused on estate planning, probate, elder law, real estate, and transactional law. Practical wisdom, trusted advice, and personal service. Moak & Moak, attorneys at law.
Hey Huntsville, it's Cicely with Hartfields. Can you believe it's already time to start planning for the holidays? We are getting fresh shipments of beautiful fall flowers daily and have started planning on holiday parties and events. If you have an upcoming holiday occasion that needs flowers or just a simple just because arrangement, give us a call today. Don't wait. You can always reach us at 295-5448. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram or our website at HuntsvilleHartfieldFlorist.com. If you're in the neighborhood, we'd love for you to stop by the shop at 1525 Sam Houston Avenue. This fall and always, remember Hartfield's, personalizing your events since 1957.
Looking for a new set of wheels? Now is the perfect time. I'm Toy Williamson, and at Walker County Federal Credit Union, our loan rates have been reduced. Lower rates mean lower payments, and that's more money for things you love. We make the loan process quick, simple, and personal, so you can get on the road with confidence. Visit WalkerCountyFCU.com or come by 1802 Normal Park Drive and let us put the keys in your hands with savings you deserve. Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Hi, I'm Michael Murray with Murray Insurance and Financial Services. Our family agency has been representing the Huntsville and Walker County area since the 1930s. It can help you prepare for your future with your financial planning needs, along with the unexpected with life, health, long-term care, and disability insurance needs. Please give us a call at 1-800-695-LIFE. Our email is mike@murrayservices.net. Eat 'em up, cat.
Welcome to the Huntsville Hornets High School Football Postgame Show. Sponsored by AB Squared Self-Storage. With the game recap, here's Carlos Zimmermann, Brian Adams, and Emma Sims.
Welcome back to the Hive, Huntsville ISD Stadium on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Your final tonight, Huntsville the winners over the Lake Creek Lions, 21-14. Big-time victory tonight for the green and white as we welcome you back inside the Frank's Taco Station and Cafe broadcast booth. With Brian Adams, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Emma Sims waiting patiently down there for Mr. Todd Mabus, your winning head coach here tonight, and she'll also get to talk to two Hornet defenders this evening. We have picked Fred Oladele and Jarmiah Peterson as our defensive players of the ball game. Your offensive player of the ball game here brought to you by Wiesner of Huntsville. I'm going to chalk it up to the man that got the scoring going here in the second half, Marcus Lewis. Excellent 71-yard touchdown run for Marcus to be able to set the Hornets up on the path of success tonight.
Yeah, he really did, Carlos. He kind of was the spark the offense needed. I mean, that 71 run around the corner, I mean, he was gone. And I think this is the win. Last week against Dayton, they pulled it out by 1 point. And tonight, was really a defensive struggle for most of the game. But offense came in. They did what they had to do when they had to do it. And I think they've got the momentum at their back at the perfect time in the season.
Indeed they do, as the Hornets will now gather up for their prayer here in the post game, as we'll talk with our players and head coach Todd Mabus momentarily. But, it was a defensive struggle for most of this game, and not so much the defense struggling. It was the offense struggling against the opposing defenses. But then the Hornets just finally had that breakthrough moment to start the fourth quarter, no less, after scoring on the opening drive and not being able to score for nearly the entire rest of the ball game. And that's what Huntsville did, and they showed out in a big way tonight. And now Huntsville, Coach talked about it in our pregame interview all the way back at the start of this broadcast tonight, they're in control of their own destiny the rest of the way.
You got to love it. What I really liked tonight was the defense and the aggressiveness they've shown on the pass rush. They got in Colwell's face I don't know how many times tonight, and it was you could tell it frustrated him, and it was just great defense.
All right, Emma Sims is ready for us. Todd Mabus standing by with her. Emma, over to you.
All right, Coach, that was a great win. It was a close game for a while there, but we came out with the win. What are some of your thoughts on the game?
I thought defensively we played a heck of a game. In the third quarter, they took the wind. Unfortunately, offensively, we were really unable to be able to change the field and get a first down. I think every one of their possessions was on our end of the field, and I'm not so sure they got a first down. And so, just an amazing third quarter, by our guys. Brought pressure, and then again offensively we had a chance to make a plays when we did, and we did.
So I asked you going into halftime about the defense and just that they were doing great. What are your thoughts about it now after the game's been done, and just how well they really did play?
Yeah, no, I thought we kept the quarterback, who we knew was a really good player. I mean, he was uncomfortable in the pocket, I thought we played well. Certainly some things that we're going to look at and continue to get better. We hadn't played our best football game yet, and, it's to come.
And then offensively, they didn't do the best the first half, but going into the second half, they really started to show out. What do you think changed in the locker room just for them to come out and do better?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't great in the third quarter offensively by any stretch of the imagination, and in the fourth quarter, we became explosive. Had 2 really long runs, and then being able to keep our offense on the field and close the game out. So our staff did a good job of being able to make some adjustments and putting our guys in position, and found some holes, in what they were doing defensively, and it was a team effort for sure.
And then last question. What do you want to say to your team just for how they played, how proud you are of them, anything?
Yeah, I am proud of them. I mean, the challenge is that, they haven't prepared the best that they can prepare. I don't think that we've hit our potential as a football team, and, we just got to keep pressing forward. I mean, we got a really tough district matchup next week against Nederland, and, we're going to need to be better than we were tonight. And I think these guys are, ready to enjoy this one first, and then number 2, get themselves better next week, and got to get another big district win.
All right, well, thank you, Coach, and congratulations.
Thank you.
It's Emma Sims with head coach Todd Mabus down on the field here this evening as we continue along here on the AB Squared self-storage facility. Post-game wrap-up, I think she's trying to hunt down one of our defenders of the game. She's literally going to sprint over to him. It's Fred Oladelli. She's going to stand by with him. Oh, here we go. Over to you, Emma, with Fred. Turn your mic on first.
Okay, so y'all have the pressure on the quarterback from Lake Creek. Just what do y'all owe practicing this week to them, or what do y'all owe the practice this week to prep the quarterback there?
Well, this week we kept on going good on good, so we went against good better people in practice. Because usually we go against JV for scout, but today this week we went a lot of varsity on varsity.
All right, and then it's senior night tonight. Just what has this program meant to you, and just how did tonight feel, especially winning on your senior night?
I felt really good because so far when I've been on varsity, we haven't beat Lake Creek. We finally did.
And then is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
The coaches, everyone who was a part of my life here.
All right, well, thank you and congratulations.
That's Fred Oladelli chatting there with Emma Sims down there on the field. Emma, I'm trying to find Jeremiah for you, but I think he has already made his way into the locker room, or he's about to make his way into the locker room, so we'll go ahead and let him go. But he had an excellent ball game here tonight. Emma, we appreciate all your hard work down there on the field with us tonight. Huntsville wins 21-14 over the Lake Creek Lions on senior night here at Huntsville ISD Stadium, beating Lake Creek for the first time in 4 years. Let's step aside and take a break, and we'll wrap things up here from Huntsville ISD Stadium when we come back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
AB Squared Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need, big or small. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they have it all. AB Squared Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment options. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com.
Hometown proud, Hornet strong. KSAM is your hometown radio station.
Back here in Huntsville, Texas, on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports with Brian Adams. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Your final tonight, Huntsville, the winners 21-14 over the Lake Creek Lions. A dominating victory tonight here for Huntsville on a lot of fronts. You love what you saw out of them. I told you our offensive player of the game brought to you by Wiesner of Huntsville, Marcus Lewis. Your 2 defensive players of the ballgame tonight, Fred Oladelli, who we just heard from, as well as number 22, Jeremiah Peterson. What a night it was for the Hornet defense. But now, BA, the page turns. They can celebrate tonight, enjoy this one, but when you get back into the lab tomorrow, It's on to Nederland.
It is on to Nederland, and Nederland, you know how good they are. So next Friday night is going to be a crazy game. I encourage everybody to come out to the Hive, the Huntsville Independent School District Stadium, and come out and watch these Hornets, man. I'm telling you, they are exciting, and I think, Carlos, they're hitting their stride at the perfect time.
Let's take a look here at the high school football scoreboard, take you around the district and see how things panned out. Dayton and Splendora are still playing. Dayton's up 34-7 on Splendora, so Dayton going to come away with a win in that one, it looks like, with 10 minutes left to go in that game. And Port Neches Grove's knocked off Nederland 49-17. It's been a tough year for the Bulldogs. They've lost some key pieces on their team, and it just hasn't gone their way in district play. Now 0-4 in district play with their 5 losses. Haven't won a game, 1-4, I should say. They have a win over Splendora back in September, but they have lost 4 straight, so they're going to come in here and try to be hungry and be spoilers here for Huntsville. Huntsville currently the holder of the 3 seed in district right now with their win tonight and with their win over Lake Creek, so you got to think Nederland's going to come in here hot. Huntsville's got to respond in a big way.
Yeah, they do. You know what? I mean, this is a very tough district. I mean, this is big-time high school football, man. So you got to come each and every game and bring your best. And I think the Hornets, offensively, they're a little slow start, but, man, Marcus Lewis lit a fire under this whole team. Defensively, oh, man, I cannot wait to see Coach Mabus on Monday night at the coaches show and just say that is the coolest, most aggressive defense. They were in his face all night long. And as a former quarterback, when you got defenders in your face, it is going to be a rough night. Good job for the Hornet defense.
Let's take a look here at your Heritage Oak Funeral Home upcoming schedule here for the Hornets, as Nederland is coming up next week here at Huntsville ISD Stadium. It's a blackout night on Halloween, no less. At 7 p.m., the Hornets will wrap up the regular season on the road at Splendora on November the 7th at 7 p.m. That's your Heritage Oak Funeral Home upcoming schedule here for the Huntsville Hornets. To the other side, for those of you still tuning in from Montgomery and Lake Creek, looking at your upcoming schedule the rest of the way, as it will be Splendora you will face on Thursday night on October the 30th at 7 p.m. West Fork. You'll be at New Caney West Fork on November the 7th to close out the regular season. That's a look at Lake Creek's upcoming schedule here this season. As folks, I hate to say it, but me, Brian, and Emma, we will not be there for the final 2 games as we have obligations with Sam Houston to travel with the Bearcats in their ball games. So we will be sad that we can't bring you those games, us calling the games, but we have a great crew that's going to come in and put on a great show for you guys, for those of you that can't make it to these ball games next week. Colin Neal will be back on the call for you guys next week, trying to get him an analyst for that ball game. We'll announce it for you on our social medias this week. The week after that against Splendora, Dave Finucci will be back for the season finale alongside Colin for the call on November the 7th. So we hate not being there, but duty calls for me, Brian, and Emma with Sam Houston. We will be watching from wherever we will be coming up over the next couple of weeks as the Hornets try to march into the postseason for the first year of head coach Todd Mabus' tenure. They are definitely on track, and a win tonight BA set them on the right path.
Yeah, it really did. What a great win tonight against Lake Creek. You heard Fred Oladelli say it. He's been a third-year senior, and this is the first time he's gotten to beat Lake Creek. They did it tonight. Perfect timing. 2 games left in the season. Playoffs are right behind them. I think they're hitting their stride at the exact right moment.
Well, the Hornets got one more home game next week here at Huntsville ISD Stadium, and we encourage you to come out here on Halloween night. I mean, dress up if you want. Come on, it's going to be Halloween. It's going to be fun. Dress in black, as it is a blackout night at Huntsville ISD Stadium. It's going to be a lot of fun here next week at Huntsville ISD Stadium. Colin Neal will bring you the call alongside an analyst to be determined. For those of you who cannot attend the ball game, your ticket information is online at hornetnation.info by clicking on the tickets tab. As always, BA, final thoughts before we say goodnight.
Great ball game. Super proud of the Hornets. Really happy for Coach Mabus and his staff. I'm excited for the Hornets Friday night.
Absolutely, as that'll do it for us here tonight from Huntsville ISD Stadium. We thank you so much for tuning in. Again, your final Huntsville wins over Lake Creek, 21-14. They improved to 3-2 in district play. Want to remind you, tonight's broadcast, the Huntsville Hornet Football and the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transmissions or accounts of the game without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics is strictly prohibited. Big thank you to Damien Smith back at the station, running the dials for us at the studio. Thank you, Damien. And to our good friend Stephanie Keele, first time producing for us back here, and she knocked it right out of the park. Stephanie Keele, we appreciate you so much. For my broadcast team of Emma Sims and Brian Adams, for the friends back at KSAM, Brian Reeder, Glenn Edwards, and William Franz, my name's Carlos Zimmermann, wishing you a great rest of your Friday evening. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to be in the Southeast Texas region, be safe tomorrow with the weather we have coming in. Enjoy your weekend regardless. And as always, friends, have a pleasant tomorrow. On the count of three, my friend, 1, 2, 3. Sting 'em, Hornets. Good night. God bless. And so long one last time. From Huntsville ISD Stadium, the Hive, here in Huntsville, Texas.
AB Squared Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need, big or small. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they have it all. AB Squared Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment options. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com.
This has been the AB Squared Self-Storage Hornets High School Football Postgame Show on KSAM.
Hi, it's Brian Reeder with the radio station. Radio is a stage before an audience of thousands, and in that crowd of listeners are your potential customers, and they will know who, where, and what you're about only when you jump on that stage, grab our microphone, and tell them. Our team is ready to help you craft your message and get on the air to talk directly to your customers. Connect with us and get started today at KSAM1017.com.
I love playing sports, especially